You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from First Energy Stadium. We're getting set for the third game in this six-game series between the Reading Fightin' Phils and your Bowie Baysox. Glad you're with us. Matt Sabatas with you from Reading, Pennsylvania. The Baysox are trying to get back to 500 for the first time in about 2 weeks, but they're in this spot thanks to such a resilient and hard-fought win yesterday. While Aldrum Corridor did pick up an early home run for Reading, Ryan Watson was unfazed and played phenomenally. He tossed 5 innings of 4-hit ball, struck out 6, only walked 1, and while it didn't factor into the decision, it was a good little turn into his honor to follow today. He was named the Orioles Minor League Pitcher of the Month for the month of April. He tossed 13 scoreless innings, gave up only 2 hits, struck out 18 batters, and walked only 2. An incredible honor for Watson, and he was able to pitch well yesterday, but of course, it was all the 4-run 8th inning for the Baysox that got the job done. It was a 2-double day for Jordan Westberg, an RBI knock in the 8th. He came around to score on Andrew Dashbach's 3-run home run, his 4th of the season, gave Bowie the 5-1 advantage. That's how the game would come to a final. Looking ahead to today's game, though, the Baysox come in for game number 28 this season, a 13-14 record, a short 1-game winning streak. Bowie is 4 games out of first place right now in the Southwest Division. They're in 5th overall, but again, it is so close. All 6 teams in the Southwest. Richmond leads at 18-11, but then Erie, Akron, 2 games out, 3 games out respectively. Harrisburg, 3.5 out. Bowie 4 out, Altoona 5 out, while Bowie and Altoona are the only 2 with losing records. The Baysox are 4-6 over their last 10, and they're 5-8 when playing on the road from Prince George's Stadium this year. On for Reading, it's their 30th game this season, a 12-17 mark, though, for the Fightins. They're on a one-game losing streak after the Baysox snapped the Reading four-game winning streak yesterday. They're still 6.5 games out in the Northeast Division. They're struggling in a top-heavy division in this Eastern League. Somerset is ahead of the pack with an 18-10 mark, best mark in the entire league. Reading is 6-4 over their last 10 thanks to that four-game winning streak, but they're still only 3-8 here in front of the home crowd at First Energy Stadium. Their pitching has really struggled with the hitter-friendly confines, and that's what's led to that lopsided record in favor of visiting crews. Your starting pitching matchup for today's game, it'll be Eric Miller, a left-hander, versus Antonio Velez. So a left-handed battle, I should say. There are a few left-handed batters, but we're talking about the pitchers now. A left-handed battle for Velez and Miller. Now, Miller comes in without a record because he hasn't really gone too far in any of his outings. He's a highly valued prospect in the Phillies organization, but he's coming off of a 2021 plagued by injury. It sidelined him for most of the year, so he's really been taking things slow and short. Here in 2022, he has not thrown more than 3 innings in any of his appearances, and he's only made 3 starts out of 6 total appearances, a couple of bullpen outings, but now he's trying to see if he can maybe go a little bit further. We'll see how long they let him go, because he's only thrown 12 total innings. He's struck out 18 and walked only 4, a 1.50 ERA. Miller has a devastating slider. That's one of his best pitches. That's what the scouts really like about him. His fastball can get up there too. It's been clocked up to 99 at points, and he's got a low 80s changeup to go along with that mix. But the slider is his best pitch, and that's what Bowie's going to need to be careful with. Of course, this Baysox team has some of the best eyes in the Eastern League when it comes to watching those breaking pitches at the plate. We'll see if they can continue with that strong work today. For Antonio Velez, he's coming off of a very short stint on the injured list. It's his 4th appearance, all starts for Bowie. An 0-2 record, a 5.59 ERA. His last start for the Baysox was one of his 2 losses, and it was a tough luck loss. He gave up a 2-run home run early. The 3rd batter of the game for Richmond was Sean Roby down at the diamond, and Roby, at the time, I think he still does lead the league, but at the time, the league's home run leader clubbed his 8th of the season, a 2-run shot against Velez, and that was the only hit Velez allowed. Over 5 strong innings with 7 strikeouts. Bowie lost the game 2-1, so Velez, as mentioned, the tough luck loser on that one. But after that short stint, he's back, and as mentioned, he is a heavy ground ball pitcher on the season. While the numbers have gone a little bit into the air, when he gets into his rhythm, he does work those quick ground balls. If you go back to his Akron start, you remember how quickly he was pitching through some of those innings. He only used 38 pitches through 5 innings because how many ground balls he was picking up. With the good infield here for Bowie, if he can get to his ground ball work early, then he should have no issue getting right back into form, even with the brief IL stint. So again, it's Eric Miller versus Antonio Velez for today's matchup. We'll step aside right now, though, and when we come back, we chat with a different pitcher on this Baysox staff. It's Morgan McSweeney, our first opportunity to catch up with the reliever. Congratulate him after polishing off the no-hitter on Sunday and closing out yesterday's game with a scoreless 9th inning. So Morgan McSweeney, our guest next. We'll be back in just a little bit. You're listening to the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. This is Baysox Baseball.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Well, it may be on Sunday, May 29th, but get ready for the Baysox first Catter Day at Prince George's Stadium. Everyone's heard of Bark in the Park, but now you can bring your kitty out for a relaxing afternoon of ball. And if you get here early enough, you can pick up a free Baysox Catter Day t-shirt, courtesy of the City of Bowie. You can get your tickets now for the first ever Catter Day at 301-464-4865 or at baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
We're back in on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, joined now by Baysox relief pitcher Morgan McSweeney, and you're the last one that we haven't said it to on air. Congrats on Sunday, man. That was a fantastic accomplishment.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
What was it like going out there? I had brought it up a little bit on the previous pitch before that final out. A ripped ball up the third base line, kicked up a little bit of dirt. Did your life flash before your eyes on that one?
I would say I didn't feel like there was too crazy emotions. I mean, closing any game out in general, you're fired up, but my heart skipped a beat when that ball went down the line. I was trying not to think about it too much, but I saw bad visions when that ball went down the line. So lucky it was foul.
When they asked you to warm up, were you thinking about the just overall scheme of the game and how it was a no-hitter going?
Definitely had an idea about it, but I mean, at the end of the day, when you're coming in the ninth inning, or in this case, the seventh inning, you're just trying to, go 3 up, 3 down, have a nice clean inning. So the mindset was the same. I would just say, obviously, some extra emotions involved.
And then a quick turnaround for you, of course, tossing yesterday and pitching a scoreless ninth to help lock in the win. We don't see that too often from the bullpen for this team, quick turnarounds like that. So what's that like, staying fresh to come out after just a couple of days rest?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's like anything else, just staying ready. The whole pen and even the whole pitching staff is doing a really nice job of it. Just the way it is early in the season, you never know how things are going to go, and guys are always moving. So just staying ready, and when they call your name, you just go out there and do your job.
What have you enjoyed from Josh Conway and the way that he's approached coaching this pitching staff?
Absolutely. So I played for Conway last season, most of last season, then obviously this year, and he's outstanding, man. He has a really good feel for every guy on the staff and on an individual basis. And he does a really nice job of checking in how you're feeling with things and how things are coming when things start to go a little awry, what we can do to lock that back in. So he's an outstanding coach to pitch for.
Again, here with Morgan McSweeney on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Fun question that we like to ask around here and there. If you were a batter and you had to go up into the box, who is the pitcher on this staff that you would least like to face?
Ooh. I think this is an easy question. It's got to be Nolan, right?
He's right there.
Yeah, that's the guy I don't want to face right there.
As soon as I asked, he just poked his head out and started pointing to him. There you go.
I played catch with him in spring training, and it was one of the most uncomfortable games of catch I've ever played. So that's my guy right there.
I'd imagine reading the sidearm is definitely a little tricky for guys. Oh, that's fun.
I'm not putting together good swings off anyone on this staff, though.
Again, we're here with Morgan McSweeney. You've got a very interesting repertoire yourself. You got the cutter and the two-seamer. So how proud are you to be able to mix those in and really keep batters on their toes?
Quite proud of it. Last season I came in, it was predominantly fastball slider, and then we worked on kind of mid-season transitioning out of a curveball, bigger curveball, towards the cutter, and then this year started mixing in the splitter as well. So it's been awesome to be able to kind of rely on those pitches in big spots and not just feel like I'm throwing them to say I throw them. Yeah. So it's definitely something to look forward to as I get even more comfortable with them. Yeah.
Now, I hear from outside sources that you're one of the more prolific golfers on the team. What'd you shoot the last time you played?
Something that started with a 1 and had 3 digits to it. It was a rough. I haven't golfed in a couple months, so that was a.
It's also been really windy out the past few days.
That was a tough one. Yeah. Shelton looked at me on hole probably 15 or 16 and said, "Why do we do this? Why is this fun?" And I'm with him on that.
And if you feel better, I've got a horrible slice that is probably never going to go away. So
all right now, so maybe we put our swings together and find something that works.
We'll figure something out. And then one last question I like to ask, keep it fun, ask this of everybody on the road trip. You get back to the hotel after a nice game, you're resting on the bed, you pull up the laptop or go onto the television and pop up a streaming service. What's your go-to show to end the night?
So I'm a big YouTube guy. I like to just search around. Me and Connie have been watching. We watched the Fantastic Beasts movies the past couple nights.
Oh, really?
I'd never seen those, the new ones in theater.
Yeah.
So we watched those. Those were good movies.
Yeah.
I like those a lot.
Interesting.
Not a huge Harry Potter guy, but those were cool.
I haven't caught any of those. I went and saw it was like the eighth one or whatever they put out back when it released, and that's the last time I've seen a Harry Potter movie.
Spin-offs normally, but those are good.
Yeah.
I like them.
All right, well, Morgan McSweeney, thanks so much for the time, and congrats again on Sunday.
Anytime.
All right, we'll step aside, be back in just a little bit, talk through the starting lineups, and look around the Eastern League. You're listening to the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. This is Baysox Baseball.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
We're back to First Energy Stadium here for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Matt Sabatis with you as we're getting set for Game 3 in this 6-game tilt between the Fightins and the Baysox. Let's go ahead and walk you through today's starting lineups. A couple of changes for Bowie to note. Hudson Haskin is going to be leading it off today. And with the lineup kind of revving back up, getting into action again, they really broke through for that 4-run eighth after they had left a couple of runners on early. It looked like it could have been the same old song and dance, but they were able to get past it. Now that they're revving up again, it's a good time to reinsert Hudson Haskin, see if he can break through of what's at the moment a seasons-long 4-game hitless streak. He's in right field today, Hudson, as he leads it off. Gunnar Henderson follows up. The shortstop bats second. Joey Ortiz is at second base, batting third. Ortiz swinging the hottest bat on the team right now, a seasons-long 5-game hit streak. It's bumped up his average substantially, but it's still only at 222 right now. But he is coming up with key hits, timely hits. I think that's more notable. He had a double with a runner at first and nobody out in the 6th inning yesterday. Unfortunately, the Baysox couldn't follow up and bring him home. But then he led off the 8th inning with a single. He's actually done pretty well when leading off innings this season. He's hitting well above his season average, and that's what kickstarted the 4-run 8th inning. So it's good that Ortiz is there. If Haskin can get it going, then you get Henderson, who's almost a lock to get on base most days, and then Joey Ortiz to follow. And then you've got Shane Fontana, who's jumped up into the 4 slot. I like that as well. Cleanup man for Fontana. I think this is the first time we've seen him there this season. And he's reached base safely at this point in 6 of his last 7 games. While he hasn't been getting too many base hits, again, it's kind of the same thing as what we see from Andrew Dashbach. Grinding out at-bats, running them long, maybe getting a count full, and then a lot of times getting on base by way of the walk. He had a couple of productive flyouts yesterday, too. Yeah, that's very notable. Jordan Westberg follows it up at third base, followed by Cody Roberts is catching today. He's batting 6th. Andrew Dashbach is going to be at first base. He's batting 7th. Maverick Handley is the designated hitter. He's batting 8th. And Zach Watson is going to be in center field today, batting 9th. So that's the lineup for Bowie. Again, it's Antonio Velez to start on the mound for the Baysox. Let's go ahead and take a quick breeze through the lineup for Reading. Ali Castillo is going to lead it off. So it used to be Simone Muzziotti for the first 2 games in this set, but if you were paying attention, you noticed that Muzziotti only had 3 plate appearances in each of the first 2 games, and then when his turn in the order came through for a 4th time, he was lifted for a pinch hitter. And I was chatting with our Phil's broadcaster, Emily Messina, a little bit earlier today. She was just telling me how careful the Phillies have been on bringing Muzziotti back from injury. There was a late injury in Philadelphia, so they brought the top prospect up for his major league debut at the start of this season. He came back down after a couple of weeks and was injured himself, so he was out for a little bit, and now he's back, but again, they're taking things slowly. Now he's out for today's game just for a bit of rest. Jalen Ortiz will follow up. He's in right field, and then Aldrum Corredor is in left field after that. So same 2 and 3. You can say 2, 3, 4, and 5 with Logan O'Hoppe catching and Josh Ockamy at first base. Ockamy has one of the highest on-base percentages on this team. It is an OPS, though, of only .848. That's because he doesn't have a lot of pop, but he has been able to pick up some doubles here and there, 7 doubles. He has driven in 11 runs as well, and he's really up there big with Gunnar Henderson in the walk category. They each have 26 walks to lead the Eastern League. Jack Connolly came in as a pinch hitter in yesterday's game. He was the pinch hitter that replaced Muzziotti, but he struck out. Connolly will be in today's game. It looks like he is going to be the center fielder. Jonathan Guzman is at third base. He's batting 7th. Fraylin Migneti is the second baseman. He's batting 8th. And Sal Gazzo, first time that we've said his name in this series, switch hitter, the only switch hitter on either roster right now. He's just going to be in his 11th game this year. A 121 average. He's batting 9th, and he's going to be at third base. So again, that lineup for Reading, as we're still waiting here. Teams haven't even taken the field, and we're supposed to have first pitch in less than a minute. It's Ali Castillo, Jalen Ortiz, Aldrum Corredor, Logan O'Hoppe, Josh Ockamy, Jack Connolly, Jonathan Guzman, Fraylin Migneti, and Sal Gazzo, all to face off against Antonio Velez on the mound. Well, I'm interested as to what the delay is at this point. Bowie is just kind of meandering around their bullpen. Are they waiting? They've got a very, very big crowd for the national anthem. I think it's a combination of 2 different school choirs. But now they're getting onto the field, so we should be able to finally wrap up the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We'll step aside when we come back. It's first pitch between the Baysox and the Fightins. Game 3 of this 6-game tilt comes your way in just a little bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from First Energy Stadium. It's Game 3 of this 6-game series between the Reading Fightin' Phils and your Bowie Baysox. Matt Sabatis with you from Reading, Pennsylvania, and as Eric Miller warms on the mound for the Fightins, the starting lineup for the Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Leading off in center field, you've got Hudson Haskin, followed by Gunnar Henderson at third base, batting second. Joey Ortiz at shortstop, bats third. Shane Fontana, the left fielder, bats fourth. Jordan Westberg at second base today, bats fifth. Cody Roberts, the DH, bats sixth. Andrew Dashbach at first base, bats seventh. Maverick Hanley, the catcher, bats eighth. And Zach Watson is in right field today for Bowie, batting ninth. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles, managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, and Chandler Geller. Calvin Christensen is the video coordinator. Will Kelly and Lindsey Birchfield are the athletic trainers. Bowie ready for game number 28 this season, a 13-14 record, a one-game winning streak. And again, that lineup for the Baysox, one more time, is Haskin, Henderson, Ortiz, Fontana, Westberg, Roberts, Dashbach, Hanley, Watson, all to face off against Eric Miller on the mound. Haskin, right-hander, steps into the batter's box. First game back after a brief day off yesterday. A .284 average that's continued to dip, unfortunately, riding a 4-game hitless skid. But a .927 OPS thanks to 5 doubles, 4 home runs. First pitch on its way home from the left-hander Miller is a fastball down for a called ball. It's 1-0 as we're underway at 6:48 p.m. on a 75-degree, mostly sunny, beautiful day here in Reading, Pennsylvania. 1-0. Haskin watches down and away, and the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. But again, remember, Haskin, if you go back to just a couple of weeks ago when the Baysox were playing against Richmond, his average was much, much higher. He watches the next pitch miss inside, and it's 3-0. So at the start of May, Haskin's average was .373, so it's dipped over, well, just about 90 points, 89 to be exact. Here's the 3-0. Called a strike, inside edge, and the count goes to 3-1. So hitters count now here for the center fielder to get things started here at First Energy Stadium. Next pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball, third base side but foul, so the count fills. First Energy Stadium, 330 feet down the line to both left and right field, 400 feet to straightaway center. The gaps are very closed in. It's a phenomenal hitter's park here. That's what everyone says in this league. And Bowie's only been able to get 1 home run in this series. Same can be said for Reading. The payoff pitch to Haskin misses high, ball 4, leadoff walk. For Haskin, that's his 12th, 13th walk drawn this season. For Eric Miller, that's only his 5th given up. And again, that's what we see a lot from the Baysox this season. When you get guys that come in with low walk totals, high strikeout to walk ratios, Bowie doesn't get too worried about those numbers. They just watch the pitches, they study the tape, and they know what to look out for. They will go after the pitch that they see best. Here's Gunnar Henderson. First pitch to the left-hander. Called a strike. Tattoos the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. Henderson at third base today, a .310 average, .968 OPS with 5 doubles, 4 homers, 19 runs driven in. Tall left-hander Miller looks back Haskin at first and sends home the next. High swing and a miss. Henderson chases the fastball at 95 miles an hour on the gun. Count goes to 0-2. Radar gun was off yesterday here at First Energy Stadium. I'm not sure if it was broken or someone just forgot to turn it on, but now it's back. Here's the 0-2. Misses just wide. Henderson didn't look too concerned about going after it. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. 2 for 6 this series for Gunnar, but 3 walks against just only 1 strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Misses down and away, and the count goes even now on Gunnar. This has been my running point a lot this year. Those pitches per plate appearance for Bowie. So many of them average over 4 pitches per plate appearance. Meanwhile, Reading's lineup only features about 3 at the most in any given lineup. Bowie has about 8 or 9. Here's the 2-2. Up and in. Watch out, Gunnar. He had to bail out on that one as it came up near his tricep. So the count goes full on back-to-back batters now. Here's the payoff. Swinging a pop-up, foul, third base side. Running on it a long way is the third baseman Gazzo, but it will get out and hit into the bleachers. Gets about 10 rows up as the wind is pushing a little bit in that direction. Miller comes set. Another payoff is grounded over to the right side, picked by the second baseman Mignetti. He goes to short for one. The turn back to first is not in time. Henderson beats it out. Fielder's choice eliminates Haskin. It goes 4-6, and Haskin reaches. That extends his on-base streak to now 28 consecutive games for Bowie. Every single game this season still leads the league. Starting defense for Reading in a quick moment. Castillo, Conley, Ortiz from left to right in the outfield. Gazzo, Guzman, Mignetti, Akami on the infield left to right. First pitch to Joey Ortiz. Called a strike on the bottom half of the zone. It's 0-1. Logan O'Hoppe is the catcher behind the plate for Eric Miller on the mound for the Fightins. Here's the next, swing and a miss. Ortiz chases on a fastball away, 95 miles an hour on the gun, and it's 0-2. Eric Miller, a 6'5", 240-pound, 23-year-old left-hander, drafted in the 4th round of the 2019 draft. Without a record and a 1.50 ERA on the season, as the next pitch is fouled off right side. We'll do it again, still at 0-2. Henderson takes a brief lead off of first base. He's only been caught once this season, but that was here at this ballpark just a couple of days ago. 0-2 pitch. Flared foul right side, and Ortiz stays alive for another offering. Sun's still high in the sky. They turn the lights on here. They don't have the new LED lights like many ballparks do. Bowie is the same. So they turn them on to make sure they're warmed up. Here's a soft toss over to first base, half-hearted, and Henderson trots back into the bag without a tag or a slide. So we'll wait on another 0-2 offering to Joey Ortiz. But again, the sunlight dominates the day so far. Shadows just touching into the field of play in the left field corner. That's it. Here's the 0-2, swing and a miss, high fastball. Ortiz, no, he got a piece. Looked like O'Hoppe had held on to it, but he just got it, and it rolled just over to the left side of the batting circle. I missed it for just a split second. So the count stays as Ortiz stays alive. The inning continues. Miller fires his 18th pitch, and it swung on and missed this time for strike 3. There's that devastating slider from Eric Miller, and Ortiz goes chasing. First strikeout, now 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Umpiring crew for today's game, Elvin Johnson is at third base. Michael Snover, the crew chief, is over at first. And calling the balls and strikes behind home plate is Rainero Valero. Here's Shane Fontana. Left-hander digs in, a 241 average, 742 OPS. First pitch home. Check swing, high fastball, didn't go. Count starts out at 1-0. One of only 2 left-handers in the lineup today for Bowie. It's Fontana and Henderson. Against lefties this season, Fontana is only 3 for 14. Here's the next. Up and in, that one toward the chin. Fontana barely got out of the way. He just backed up maybe an inch or 2, but he's fine. Count goes to 2-0. Next pitch, Fontana watches high again. That fastball mislocating at the moment from Eric Miller. As mentioned in the pregame show, he's coming off of an injury-plagued 2021, so he didn't really get to play the full season. He hasn't really gotten to go deep into any of his outings here this season. Phillies are very high on him as the 3-0 is called a strike right down Broadway. It's 3-1. Hitters count here for Fontana. 0 for 5 in this series, but he has drawn 3 walks. Next pitch. ripped over to the right side. He got a good handle on that one, but just a little bit too early. And the count goes full. So now 3 full counts against 4 batters here in this half inning for Eric Miller. That's not going to do too much for his anticipated short start already. See if Henderson takes off. There he goes. The payoff is curveball high for ball 4. Miller takes an exacerbated squat out in front of the mound. He expected to get the called strike 3. So 2 walks here in this frame for Eric Miller. He's already up to 25 pitches. If Jordan Westberg reaches here, then I'd imagine Reading starts to get someone loose in their bullpen. It's not the case just yet. But Westberg can do some damage after putting on 2 doubles yesterday. First pitch home to him. Curveball just misses inside. Count starts out at 1-0. So Miller has made, as mentioned, 6 appearances this season. Only the last 3 have been in starting roles, and he's only gone 3 innings once this year. Here's the 1-0. Westberg swings through it. Maybe got a piece, but it's into the mid of the catcher, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Jordan Westberg, a 196 average this season, 740 OPS. 6 doubles, 5 homers, 14 runs driven in, and now they do have a lefty up and moving in the bullpen for Reading. A ball and a strike here on Westberg with first and second 2 away, both reaching on walks. Here's the 1-1. Misses high, count to 2-1. Well, technically, Gunnar Henderson didn't reach on a walk, but he did replace a runner that did reach on a walk. That was Hudson Haskin. Henderson replaced him on a fielder's choice. But again, Bowie trying to break through in the first inning. Reading has scored in the first inning in both games in this series so far. The 2-1. Henderson takes off. A delayed throw to second, and they're going to get the back runner. That's Shane Fontana. They've got him dancing around as Henderson will try to take off. Fontana dances around and they go home and Henderson scores. Fontana is safe back at first and the Baysox take a 1-0 lead. What are you doing, Fraylin Mignati? He saw Henderson take off to home. He fired it home and it was much, much too late after Shane Fontana had spun a little bit outside. Now, it's going to be a conversation on if Fontana left the base path. So the third base umpire is going to call for a conference on this one. Evan Johnson is bringing in the crew chief, but it looks like Michael Snover doesn't really have much of a concern on it. We'll see what they have to say, because the Baysox may be taking the lead here. Would that count as a stolen base? That wouldn't count as a stolen base. Technically, Fontana would have been caught stealing. And what do they say? They say Fontana is safe. So the Baysox take the lead on the fielding miscue by Fraylin Mignati and the rest of the Reading infield. But again, Fontana is going to be credited as caught stealing. He just wasn't put out. That can happen. And Sean Williams, the Reading manager, is going to continue having his word heard as Bowie takes the lead. So Henderson, in essence, steals third. It's his 11th of the season, and he just advances home on the caught stealing of Shane Fontana. And while Fontana is caught stealing, he escapes the rundown and gets back to first base. That's what happened in so few words. But it gives Bowie the lead, and hey, now Jordan Westberg has a 3-1 count to work with. Fontana takes a shorter lead off of first. Doesn't want to risk it this time. Pitch home. Westberg crushes it out to deep center field. Connolly curls around on it, and he reads it, pulls it down just in front of the warning track in the baseball town vicinity. That was a good one off of the bat of Westberg, but it just hung up a little bit higher than it maybe needed to. Bowie does get on the board. They score a run without the help of a hit. They do leave one on at the end of the half inning. We're on to the bottom of the first here at First Energy Stadium. It's Bowie 1, Reading coming on up.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Bottom of the first here at First Energy Stadium as Bowie has taken a 1-0 lead. They drew a couple of walks, used a fielder's choice, and you can't really say they executed a double steal, but they made the most out of some miscues on a double steal, mostly miscues by the Reading infield. But hey, they lead. That's what matters. As Antonio Velez warms on the mound with a 1-0 lead, the starting lineup for the Reading Fightin' Phils he'll face looks like this. Leading off in left field, you've got Ali Castillo, followed by Jalen Ortiz in right, batting second. Aldrum Corridor, the DH, bats third. Logan O'Hoppe, the catcher, bats fourth. Josh Ockamy at first base, bats fifth. Jack Connolly, the center fielder, bats sixth. Jonathan Guzman at shortstop, bats seventh. Fraylin Migneti at second base, bats eighth. And Sal Gazzo is at third base, batting ninth. The Fightins are the AA affiliate of the Philadelphia Phillies, managed by Sean Williams, assisted by Tyler Henson, Matt Hockenberry, Michael Jones, and Bruce Pedito. Andrew Dogson is the athletic trainer. First pitch home to Ali Castillo is called a strike on the inside edge, a curveball, 0-1. Reading is 12-17 on the season. This is their 30th game. They ride a one-game losing streak, and they're 6.5 games out of first. 0-1 pitch. Castillo thought about surprising a bunt, started to run it up the line, but pulled back when he saw it was going to come in low. 1-1 the count. Velez kicks and deals the next. Castillo swings and gets a piece, but rolls it foul behind home, 1-2. Quickly again, that lineup for Reading. Castillo, Ortiz, Corridor, O'Hoppe, Ockamy, Conley, Guzman, Migneti, Gazzo, all to face Velez on the mound. Here's the 1-2 from the lefty, swinging a high bouncer. Baltimore chop over to second, running in on it is Westberg. He gloves and sidearms to first in time for the out, one gone. Starting defense for Bowie from left to right in the outfield, Shane Fontana, Hudson Haskin, and Zach Watson. Gunnar Henderson is at third base, Joey Ortiz is at short, Jordan Westberg at second, Andrew Dashbach is at first, and Maverick Hanley does the catching behind the plate for Antonio Velez on the mound. Left-hander Velez now against righty Jalen Ortiz. First pitch. Breaking ball hits the outside edge of the zone for a called strike. It's 0-1. Velez, a 6'1", 195-pound, 25-year-old lefty from Miami, Florida, traded to the Orioles just a little bit over a month ago from the Marlins. Next pitch, a check swing. He didn't go inside, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Velez, activated on a brief IL stint just earlier today, is 0-2 on the season with a 5.59 ERA. He fires the 1-1, and it's popped foul right side. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. 19 1/3 innings of work this season for Velez. He struck out 21 batters, only walked 6. He has given up 4 home runs, including home runs in each of his last 3 outings. The 1-2 misses just down, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, he is self-described as a ground ball pitcher. The numbers haven't been there just yet this season, but his start against Akron really showed it. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. High fastball from Velez. Back-to-back outs to get it started, and now his first K. Baysox in their alternate orange jerseys with the black shoulder stripe, gray road pants, black block Bowie on the front side, black hat, red brim, and the Fightins are wearing their throwback R. Phils jerseys, all black with white pants. Here's the first pitch to Aldrum Corridor. Misses just wide, a fastball. Count starts out at 1-0. Corridor on the season, a 244 average for the Fightins, 879 OPS, 2 doubles, 3 homers, including 1 yesterday. 8 runs driven in. Next pitch, curveball, hits the zone bottom half for a called strike. It's 1-1. Velez, prior to his stint on the IL, made a start against Richmond and was the tough luck loser. Here's the 1-1. This one crushed out toward deep right center. On a long run is Haskin. He's got his back to the infield. Can he square it up? He can with a bucket catch and crashes up against the wall to record the out. Oh, buddy, that was a great read by Hudson Haskin in center. That's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Antonio Velez on just 11 pitches. We go to the second inning here at First Energy Stadium. Bowie leads 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sunday, May 22nd, it's a fiesta at Prince George's Stadium. For the first time this season, the Baysox will transform into El Congrejos Fantasmas de Chesapeake and face off against Los Perros Calientes de Akron as part of Minor League Baseball's Copa de la Diversión. It'll be a Latin fiesta celebration all afternoon around the ballpark, all presented by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Get your tickets today at 301-464-4865 and online at baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
Second inning here at First Energy Stadium as Bowie holds on to a 1-0 advantage. Matt Savadas with you as the Baysox will send bottom half of the lineup to the plate. It's Cody Roberts to open it up, batting sixth. Roberts, Dashbach, Hanley all to face off against Eric Miller. Miller had a lengthy first inning that he'd much rather forget. Meanwhile, Antonio Velez used just 11 pitches for a perfect first. Righty on righty to start. Roberts riding a 2-game hit streak at the moment. First pitch home. Swing and a miss on a curveball down, and the count starts out at 0-1. 275 average for Cody Roberts, a 739 OPS, 4 doubles, a homer, 11 runs driven in this year. Here's the next pitch. Roberts pops it up out towards shallow center. In on it is Conley. Out a long way is the second baseman, Mignetti, but Conley makes the call. He was just slowly trotting in because he realized that ball was hanging up for quite a while before finally pulling it down. That was a 30-pitch first inning for Eric Miller. Forgot to mention it. And that's usually where things just stop for a lot of pitchers, especially high-value prospects. If they get there, that's the hook. He got out on that 30th pitch. Here's Andrew Dashbach. First pitch misses wide and away. Count starts out at 1-0. Dashbach on the season, a 176 average, 735 OPS, with a double, 4 homers, 10 runs driven in. Here's the 1-0. Misses high again, and the count goes to 2-0. Now, while he does lead the team with 40 strikeouts, he is also second on the team with 19 walks. Next pitch. He fouls it off right side, and the count goes to 2-1. Because the best thing that Andrew Dashbach does is he drives the count high, the pitch count high. He gets so deep into his plate appearances to draw his walks. About 95% of his walks are on full counts, so he gets there before finally drawing the free pass. And now we've got a brief moment. Did that ball get caught somewhere after it was fouled off? Yeah, the home plate umpire is saying, hey, ball boy, can somebody get that? Yeah, got to get the ball out of play. So now we'll get back to action here. We wait on the 2-1 to Andrew Dashbach. On its way. Misses down and inside. And the count goes to 3-1. Bowie ahead 1-0 here in the top of the second inning. Reading had scored in the first inning in each of the first 2 games. Bowie came up empty in both. They've turned the tides here. The 3-1 to Dashbach is swung on and missed high to run the count full. Dashbach instrumental in yesterday's win. Popped a 3-run home run for his 4th of the season. To right center field, capped a 4-run 8th inning. Gave Bowie the 5-1 win. Miller hesitates, fires the payoff, and it's swung through. No, just a piece. into the dirt as Ohapi had no chance at holding on. Dashbach just got a sliver on it, and the count holds. So it was a left-hander warming in the pen for Reading in the last half inning. That might be Ethan Ivanko. It's a funny font for the numbers from these Reading jerseys. The 3-2 to Dashbach is popped up right side, out towards shallow right, but backing up it's the second baseman, Migneti. He waves the arms, he dances over to his right and nearly drops it. He pulls it down by the knee. The wind really took that one at the last second, and Migneti just barely hung on. And Migneti made that big, exaggerated wave of the arms to let everyone in the vicinity know that, hey, I've got this ball. And he almost didn't. Here's Maverick Hanley. First pitch home to the catcher is swung through. Curveball down, and the count opens up at 0-1. Hanley, a 136 average this season, a 533 OPS with 2 doubles, a homer, 5 runs driven in. Wind pushing out to the left field corner. Here's the 0-1. Hanley swings through it again. Same curveball, worked before, why not try again, and the count goes to 0-2. Hanley's been off and on plenty right now. You go back to see when he's gotten hits, when he hasn't gotten hits, it's just going back and forth, the 0-2. This one driven out toward right field, not too deep though, as Jalen Ortiz sees it. He ranges back about 10 feet, now steps in 5, and makes the catch on the run. So the inning is over as Bowie gets it into the air 3 times, but they go down in order on 2 flyouts and a pop-out. We're on to the bottom of the second here at First Energy Stadium as Bowie leads 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Baysox Youth Baseball Camps are back in 2022, and registration is open now. 3 sessions this summer led by Orioles Hall of Famer and former Rookie of the Year Al Bumbry, along with former Baysox outfielder Stephen Bumbry. Kids will take part in in-depth on-field instruction and go head-to-head in camp-wide games at Prince George's Stadium. All campers get a free Baysox hat and a ticket to a Baysox game of their choice. Space is limited, so head to BaysoxShop.com and reserve your spot at a Baysox Youth Baseball Camp today.
Advanced Care's around the corner at Patient First. Urgent care that's open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. That's every day. Every Patient First has on-site labs, x-rays, and prescription drugs. Patient First. The name fits. Bottom of the second here at First Energy Stadium as Bowie leads 1-0. Antonio Velez needed 11 pitches for a perfect first. And now he tangles with Logan Ohapi to start. Right-handed hitting catcher digs in. They play him heavy to pull. Ohapi a 48% mark that season, but he pops it up on the first pitch to straightaway center. Backing up on it, the second baseman Westberg. He waves the arms, makes the catch with no issue. 1 pitch, 1 out. 12 pitches for 4 outs from Antonio Velez. No matter what happens, Velez does have a tall order to match his Akron start. Go back to that one. It was mid-late April, if we're splitting hairs, when Bowie lost 8-6 on the 23rd. First pitch to Josh Ockamy, left-hander, watches curveball miss down for a ball. It's 1-0. Velez tossed 5 2/3 innings. He only struck out 3 batters, got plenty of contact, and needed only 38 pitches for 5 innings. Here's the 1-0. Curveball hits the zone that time down, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Ockamy on the season, a .253 average, 848 OPS, 3 homers, 11 runs driven in. He also has 7 doubles. The 1-1 crushed out to the right field corner. If it hooks, it's foul, but it's foul. My gosh, he turned on that one just a little bit too early. And it's understandable why he got so early. 73-mile-an-hour curveball. I think Velez is going to lay off of it after feeding him 3 straight. The 1-2. Fastball just misses high, barely. And the count goes even at 2. So again, a left-hander is up and warming for Reading, so Eric Miller might already be done. Next pitch, that's a called strike 3. Got him with the fastball, upper outside corner. Velez picks up his second strikeout of the day, first backwards, and it's 5 in a row retired to start the evening. So now it goes to Jack Connolly. Again, first time he's started in this series. Came in as a pinch hitter yesterday and struck out. First pitch home to the center fielder is lasered out toward the left field corner. This one's trouble, and it is fair. Just hits off the base of the wall, and it's tripped by Fontana in the corner. He loses the ball as Connolly stops at second anyway. Oh, that was a bit embarrassing for Fontana, but he recovered cleanly. Got up fast enough that it kept Connolly from advancing to that extra base. So no error is going to be charged because that would have been a double no matter how you slice it. Second double of the season for Connolly comes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Yeah, I'm not sure what necessarily happened with Fontana slipping there, if he just had bad footing on the cut from the grass to the warning track or what. I'll have to ask later. Here's Jonathan Guzman. First pitch, right-hander, swings through it, fastball high. Count opens up at 0-1. Guzman on the season, only a 152 average. This is his 29th game. Only a 463 OPS. While he does have 2 doubles and a home run, he's only driven in 7 runs. Next, grounded over to third, holding back on it easily is Henderson. He stares back runner at second when he doesn't need to, fires it over to first, and the inning is over. He was just seeing if he could have gone and tagged Connolly to make it easier, but it still doesn't matter. 2-out double is of no consequence. Velez is up to 20 pitches. That was a 9-pitch frame. First hit for either side is left stranded at second, and as we go to the third here at First Energy Stadium, it's Bowie 1, Reading nothing. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
We're on to the third inning here at First Energy Stadium, and as anticipated, the Fightins make an early pitching change as Bowie leads 1-0. Eric Miller, a prized pitching prospect in the Phillies system, coming back from an injury-plagued 2021, hasn't pitched long in any of his starts, and today is the same case. He only went 2 innings. No hits, no runs, one run. It was earned. Completely forgot the score myself. He pitched so short. 1 strikeout, 2 walks. First pitch to Zach Watson is fouled off right side. Count opens up at 0-1. So Ethan Ivanko is the new pitcher. This is his first appearance in 2022. He bounced around AA and AAA in the Phillies system last year. It's just his 3rd overall professional season. Next pitch to Watson. Grounded off of him and foul over to the right side. Count to 0-2. Watson, a 148 average, 429 OPS with 2 doubles, a triple, no homers, 3 runs driven in. He's riding a seasons-long 5-game hitless streak at the moment. Ethan Ivanko, a 6'4", 185-pound, 26-year-old lefty from Gilbert, Arizona, non-drafted free agent signing back in 2018. Played for Grand Canyon University as this pitch is bounced over to third, backhanded on one knee by Guzman. He fires to first, and on a hop, it's dug out by Josh Ockamy. Watson looks frustrated on that call, but that was the right call. He's taken out 5-3 on a good play. Goes back to the top of the lineup in Hudson Haskin. But again, this is the first appearance of the season for Ivanko. He was down in the complex. That's in Clearwater for the Fightins. That's where Philly has that. Was brought up just yesterday. But he has starting experience, so it makes sense for him to come in now following Eric Miller. Here's Haskin, first pitch. Curveball misses inside. Nearly clipped him, but that's what Hudson is used to. Only 77 miles an hour on that offering. It's 1-0 to start. Haskin drew a walk back in the first inning. Here's the next pitch. He fisted it the other way, off to the netting in the right side, and the count goes even at 1 on the foul. The ball and a strike here. So Ivanko, a career 10-3 pitcher with a 2.24 ERA, 31 appearances, 10 starts, 92 1/3 innings. He struck out 77, walked only 26. As Haskin loops this one into center field for a base hit, that breaks his 4-game hitless skid, and he's aboard with a 1-out single. Perfect day at the plate continues for Haskin now as he's reached safely twice, and Gunnar Henderson digs in. Ivanko made only 2 appearances with Reading, and they were both in relief. He tossed 2 scoreless innings with a walk and 2 strikeout. That's it. Bulk of his appearances were with AAA Lehigh Valley. But he only made 10 outings with the Iron Pigs. Lefty on lefty, first pitch. Henderson watches high, and the count starts out at 1-0. Gunnar Henderson this season only .217 against left-handed hitting, or against left-handed pitching. .344 against righties. Evens out to his .310 average overall. Next pitch, he swings through it. Change up down, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Ivanko has really stepped up as a professional as he tosses a half-hearted pickoff throw over to first base. Haskin is not a stolen base threat. He's only attempted 1 this season, and he was only about a step and a half, 2 steps if you're being generous. Here's the 1-1. Curveball misses high. Henderson flinched on it a little but didn't move too much. Count goes to 2-1. Yeah, Ivanko, in his 45 games for Grand Canyon University, he worked a .385 ERA. So to have a career .224 ERA, including sizable time at AAA, that's pretty good. 2-1 pitch. Henderson gets just a piece. Fouled off of the catcher, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the third here at First Energy Stadium. Bowie ahead 1-0. Thanks to just such a funky situation in the first with Shane Fontana and Gunnar Henderson aboard. They tried to double steal from first and second. Fontana was caught stealing, but beat out a rundown and allowed Henderson to score from second. 2-2. Curveball misses down, so the count runs full. Already twice today, Henderson has worked the count full, as Ivanko is up to 11 pitches already. Only 1 out recorded with a runner at first. The payoff pitch, Henderson watches down and in, ball 4. He reaches safely once again with his league-leading 27th walk. And the Baysox have runners at first and second with only 1 away here in the top of the 3rd inning. Here's Joey Ortiz, first pitch, swinging a grounder over to third. Could be 2, but it's going to be a tough play by the third baseman Gazzo. He goes to first, and he delayed the throw. It's not in time. Interesting. He looked back Hudson Haskin thinking he could maybe tag him, but by the time he got to the ball, Haskin was already past the fielder. Gazzo double clutched and didn't get it there. How are they going to rule that? That's just a straight-up error. It was a mental error more than anything, but you have to give him an error. That was a playable ball. It loads the bases with only one out for Shane Fontana. First pitch. Fontana watches up and away for a ball. It's 1-0. 0 for 2 this season with the bases loaded. Both times he struck out. Next pitch. Grounded off of home plate and foul. Count goes even and a ball and a strike. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Fontana come up yesterday with the bases loaded too? He did. Struck out looking in the 6th inning. But Bowie paid him back. Put on 4 in the 8th, so it was no issue then. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball misses inside, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. So Bowie really trying to break through right now. Ivanko had no issue pitching in this ballpark previously, but again, Bowie is such a selective team, and now Fontana can really drive one. This next pitch, checked on. He went around. The home plate umpire doesn't allow an appeal. Count goes to 2-2 on the fastball in. Bases loaded, 1 away here in the top of the 3rd inning. Ivanko sets. 2-2 pitch to Fontana. There's a curveball inside, so the count runs full. At this point, even with starting experience, Redding might need to start thinking about who's going to be the next reliever out of the pen soon. Ivanko is already up to 18 pitches. The payoff to Fontana is popped up out toward deep right field. This one's carrying a little bit. Ortiz backs up on it, sees it at the warning track, and pulls it down. It's deep enough to allow Haskin to tag. They tried to double up the runner at first, and they almost got him. But Haskin scores, and the Baysox take a 2-0 lead. Sacrifice fly for Fontana. That's his 9th RBI this season. Gunnar Henderson at second base also advanced to 3rd, and it's 2-0 Bowie. Now with 2 away, here's Jordan Westberg, so you've got to get the base hit to pile on just a little bit more. But the difference between a 1-run lead and a 2-run lead, well, that's massive, especially with the way Antonio Velez is pitching. Slim margins. First pitch. Westberg watches a called strike on a fastball, upper outside corner. It's 0-1. Bowie initially had such a great handle on 1-run games this season. They won 3 of their first 4. But now they've dropped 3 of their last 4. Next pitch. Westberg watches down, and the count goes even at 1. Bowie ahead 2-0 here in the top of the 3rd inning. 1st and 3rd with 2 away. A 1-1 count on Westberg, who flew out to center field his last time up. Next pitch. Misses inside, and the count goes to 2-1. I got to say, this is just a delicate situation right now, though, for Sean Williams and Matt Hockenberry of Reading, because their pitching staff just cannot get quick strikes and quick outs so far. The 2-1. Westberg watches up and away, and the count goes to 3-1. And you could attribute it to a couple of factors. You could say it's the pitch clock making guys a little bit antsy as they have to rush through maybe some of their routine, but I really think a majority of it is on Bowie. The 3-1, swinging a bouncing ball foul, third base side, so the count fills. Bowie's just so selective, and they read the pitches so well. So Joey Ortiz at first will get a head start here with a full count and 2 outs. See what Westberg does. .417 average on balls in play with a full count as the next pitch is down and in for ball 4. Second walk of the inning, reloads the bases. Last season across AA and AAA, Ivanko only walked 9 batters in 25 1/3 innings. He's pitched 2/3 of a whole inning here in 2022, and he's already walked 2 batters. So that's going to bring out Hockenberry, the pitching coach, to chat, and that's going to give us an opportunity to tell you about Pest Now. They're a proud partner of the Bowie Baysox. Pest Now provides pest control services for Prince George's Stadium, so that's how you know they're good. I've never seen a pest at Prince George's Stadium, unless you count Adam Pohl. I'm kidding. They're they're just a great sponsor, Pest Now. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, from general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now, 301-231-8300, or online at pestnow.com. Brief little mound visit over, but still a dangerous situation with Cody Roberts due up. Roberts has a 3 RBI double this season with the bases loaded. It's his only hit. He has also struck out twice. Lefty on righty to start. Still nobody in the pen for Reading. First pitch, Roberts swings and misses. Breaking ball down, and the count starts out at 0-1. Inning started when Zach Watson grounded out. Hudson Haskins singled up the middle. Bowie's only hit so far today as they lead 2-0. Gunnar Henderson walked. Joey Ortiz reached on an error. Shane Fontana sacrifice fly. Next pitch to Roberts. Another swing and a miss. Same changeup down. Quickly 0-2. After Fontana's sacrifice fly, Jordan Westberg drew a full count walk to reload the bases. That's where we're at. But it's already 0-2 on Roberts. Ivanko working quickly. Fires the next. And it's checked on. Slider down and away. He didn't go. Home plate umpire quickly asked for the appeal on that one. Because since it was in the dirt, it could have gone down as a drop third strike, because even if there's a runner at first base, if there's 2 outs and a drop third strike, everything is available. All bases are open. Here's the 1-2. This one driven high and deep out to left center, but not deep enough. Ranging on it to his right side is Conley. He sees it, fights the sun, and pulls it down. So the inning comes to a close. Bowie does get their first hit and an additional run to add on, but they do strand 3 on base. We go to the bottom of the third here at First Energy Stadium as Bowie leads 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Nitro Circus is back with an all-new tour coming to Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, June 5th. Fueled by new athletes, new tricks, and the craziest contraptions, the Good, Bad, and Rad Tour presented by A-Shock marries the sketchy, scary, and cringe-worthy dangers of big air action sports to the hilarious comedy of Nitro's lunatic daredevils who risked their lives to send it. Bowie, it's going down at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, June 5th. Tickets as low as $35 are on sale now at Baysox.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Be sure to get to the ballpark on Friday, June 17th for a jam-packed night of promotions and fun at Prince George's Stadium. It all starts with fireworks presented by DCA Imaging Systems. It's our mother and son night out with special ticket packages available at BaysoxShop.com. And most importantly, it's the Scouts BSA Campout. When you purchase a special ticket, you and your scout can camp out in the outfield at Prince George's Stadium after the game. It all happens on Friday, June 17th, so find out more and get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Bottom of the third inning here at First Energy Stadium. Bowie ahead 2-0. Antonio Velez, 20 pitches through 2 scoreless frames. He faces Frelon Migneti to start. First pitch is a curveball, misses wide outside. Count opens up at 1-0. Migneti looked like he was going to try for a bunt. It brings in Gunnar Henderson. We'll see if he squares it again. He doesn't, as the 1-0 is a slider on the inside edge for a called strike. A nice hanging one. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Migneti, 5 for 15 in his 5 games this season, an 844 OPS, a double, 3 driven in. He grounds this one to short. Picked on the run by Ortiz as he fires to first for the out. It's a 6-3 to start us out. Well, now, while Velez is more of a ground ball pitcher, that's what he tries to work towards, and that's what some of his previous numbers have backed up. He's really been mixing well, at least so far in this game. That's the third ground out. He's worked a fly out and a pop out, as well as 2 strikeouts. Here's Salgazzo. Switch hitter bats right and bounces it to the other way for a base hit. Just a brief moment. It got past Zach Watson, but it doesn't really matter. Gazzo stops at first base with his first hit in his first game this series. That's Lingazzo's second hit against left-handed pitching this season. And it puts a runner on base. But with the way Velez pitches, that's not that big a deal because that was the first pitch. He could get a double play and be out of the inning. We'll see. Ali Castillo has hit in 2 of them. He squares on the first pitch and pushes it over to the first base side. Velez gets it off the wrist. Everyone's safe. He sprinted off the mound and ran just a little bit too far to get there. How are they going to call that one? No one was actually covering the bag, so that could go down as a hit. Yeah, call it a hit. So a bunt single for Ali Castillo. That's his 3rd hit in this series. And it puts first and second aboard. But still, that's on the first pitch. So Velez is still only at 25 pitches, and a well-placed ground ball can get him out of the jam, get him out of the inning entirely. Here's Jalen Ortiz. First pitch misses down and inside. Count starts out at 1-0. Ortiz struck out swinging back in the first inning. He does hit it into the air almost twice as often, a 0.6 ground out to fly out ratio, but he does have 2 double plays on his ledger. 1-0 pitch. This one crushed to the left field corner. Where am I? But it's hooking foul. Man, you're seeing guys turning on some of these breaking balls from Antonio Velez today. Happened earlier with Josh Ockamy. Happened there with Jalen Ortiz. And they're throwing me off. They're just so well struck. But they're coming on the off-speed pitches, so it's not hurting Velez. Bowie ahead 2-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. A 1-1 count on Ortiz. Pitch. Misses inside. Fastball, and the count goes to 2-1. Those fastballs have definitely been playing a little bit too far in against right-handers today. Velez works on the first base side of the rubber, fires the next one, and this one again crushed to the left field corner. It's hooking again, and it's again foul. So it runs the count to 2. So while he's turning on them, at least Velez has run the count even. He can still get out of it if he gets a well-placed fastball, maybe down and away. Ortiz does hit lefties better than he does righties this year. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off and on the hands. Count stays. Oh, look at this. Things are happening in the Erie Seawolves Akron Rubber Ducks game. Who's pitching? Pitcher I've not heard of. Behringer has thrown 5 perfect innings against the Ducks. Here's the 2-2. Misses just inside on Jalen Ortiz, and the count goes full. This is the first full count that Antonio Velez has worked today. The 11th batter he's faced. First and second, 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. Bowie ahead 2-0. Velez sets. Here's the payoff. Misses down, ball 4. The bases are loaded. Well, now those first 2 definitely seem to be a little bit fluky. Just a quick attack by Redding to go after that first pitch fastball. Placed well initially by Salgazzo, and then a good bunt by Ali Castillo that Velez tried to do just a little bit too much on. Really what he should have done was cover the bag because Andrew Dashbach could have got it turned and just underhanded to him. But that one's a little tougher. He lost Ortiz there, and Ortiz is not a walk candidate, only 8.8% walk rate. So now that leads to a mound visit. Fans, the Orioles' future is on MILB.TV. With every game this season streamed live, home and away, the only way to watch the Baysox on any device is on MILB.TV. Use the promo code BAYSOX, all caps, that's BAYSOX in all caps. Use it at checkout and you'll save $10 on a yearly subscription. Visit MILB.TV for details today. So here's left-hander Aldrum Corridor. 5 for 11 against fellow lefties this season, but he did fly out to center his last time up. First pitch inside. That one could have got some deodorant on him and starts the count out at 1-0. Corridor has been a key piece in this series for Reading. 3 runs driven in, a home run, 2 for 7 overall. 1-0. Swinging a bouncing ball off the glove of Velez, and it's up the middle for a base hit. 1 run scores. Rounding third and scoring the tying run for Reading. Throw goes to third as it's cut off, and it's a 2-run single for Corridor. So Castillo and Gazzo both score on the knock. And that's what happens when you've got such good experience in Aldrum Corridor. Well-aged player in this Eastern League. Ties the game up at 2. He's up to 10 ribbies this season. Now here's Logan O'Hoppe with first and third. Still only 1 out. 4 consecutive reaching safely for Reading. First pitch, O'Hoppe squares, bunts it in the air. Hanley didn't run after it as it touches down on the warning track. It didn't hang up long enough. He probably wouldn't have gotten a chance, but I'm just surprised he didn't even take the mask off. Here's the 0-1 from Velez. Misses inside, and the count goes even and a ball and a strike. 15 pitches make it 16 now in this inning for Velez after needing just 20 over the first 2 innings total. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a line drive, left field toward the gap, down for a base hit. That'll score at least 1. Down from third Ortiz. Corridor goes first to third and stops there. 2 RBI, or a single RBI double for Logan O'Hoppe. And Velez is having some trouble with control right now as 5 straight have reached against him. And Reading has taken the 3-2 lead. Fifth double of the season for O'Hoppe, up to 14 RBI right now, and you can't rely on the force out of the double play as you've been able to over the last few batters, even though none of it happened. You've got to get a strikeout here against Josh Ockamy. First pitch, and the left-hander fouls it off to the broadcast booth side. Count starts out at 0-1. Ockamy struck out looking back in the second inning. One of only 2 strikeouts. Next pitch. Curveball misses down and away, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Bowie's got bodies up and moving in the bullpen right now. Nobody throwing. 1-1. Ockamy bounces it back to the mound where Velez gloves, stares runner at third, and throws to first for the out. Crucial one there. Second out of the inning as Ockamy grounds out. And now it turns to Connolly. Connolly had the first hit of the day for Reading. He doubled to the left field corner, a screecher in the second. But that came with 2 outs, and he was quickly stranded there. First pitch, Conley takes a curveball and serves it into left field for a base hit. This scores at least 1. O'Hoppe is sent around. The throw gets home, but it's late. It gets back to the backstop as Velez didn't back it up. Going all the way to third base is Connolly as 2 more score. It's a 5-run inning for Reading. So that'll be a single, and I'd imagine a 2-base error for Connolly, but it does score 2 runs, and he's given 2 RBIs on that one. He's up to 7 on the season as Reading sends their 9th batter to the plate. Here's Jonathan Guzman, first pitch. Curveball misses down for a ball. It's 1-0, and now Bowie's getting some guys up to actually throw in the bullpen. Looks to be Adam Stauffer. Next pitch, Guzman watches up and away for a ball. It's 2-0. This has happened to Velez a couple of times already this season, and that's the trouble point. You go back to the start that I was raving about against Akron when he used 38 pitches for 5 innings. Fires the next pitch up and away, and it's 3-0 to Guzman. He tried to go into the 6th, but gave up single, double, sac fly, home run, double. Had to be lifted. Guzman grounded out to third his last time up, the 3-0. Called a strike, late ring up on the bottom half of the zone. It's 3-1. So again, Stauffer warming in the bullpen as Velez is up to 45 pitches today, 25 in this inning alone. Runner at third, 2 away as the next pitch is popped foul right side and the count fills. So the error is given to Shane Fontana in left. Here's the 3-2. Fouled off again right side, and the count stays. But so far, a 5-run inning for the Fightins, as Velez tries to escape it. Payoff pitch. Popped up right side, out towards shallow right now. Watson in a long way, makes the call and the running catch as he just now gets to the infield. It was that close. The inning comes to a close, though. It's a big one for Reading, a tough one for Bowie. 5 runs on 4 hits, make that 5 hits. 5 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, 1 left on. We go to the 4th here at First Energy Stadium. Bowie now trails by 3. It's 5-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional, organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom-tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
We're on to the 4th inning here at First Energy Stadium as Bowie now trails 5-2. Andrew Dashbach will lead it off as the bottom 3 in the Bowie lineup are set. First pitch home is a called strike on the upper outside corner. It's 0-1. Dashbach popped out to the second baseman his first time up. Had a home run yesterday, but could really get things started with a good pop here. He swings through the next one, though. Curveball down, and the count goes to 0-2. Still Ethan Ivanko on the mound. Left-hander out of the bullpen for Reading. Plenty of starting experience for him, but they really want him to go long as the next pitch is swung on and missed in the dirt. Dashbach does not try for first as he relinquishes and heads back to the dugout. First strikeout for Ivanko, only the second overall for Reading pitching as it goes now to Maverick Handley. Bowie still only 1 hit in this game, a 1-out single by Hudson Haskin in the top of the 3rd. Reading with 6 of them, 5 just in the 3rd. First pitch to Handley. Curveball hits the outside edge of the zone for a called strike. It's 0-1. Ivanko used 29 pitches in his first inning of relief as Hanley grounds this one foul up the third base line. Count 0-2. But again, Bowie still only got one run out of it. Single walk, runner reached on an error. So bases loaded, only one out, and still just one run. Sacrifice fly, a walk, and a ground out. Next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ethan Ivanko. He's 2/3 of the way through an immaculate inning right now. 3 strikes to Dashbach, 3 strikes to Hanley, and now Zach Watson. Watson would be a good candidate if Ivanko is thinking that. 18.6 whiff rate with a 34% strikeout rate. Bases empty, 2 away here in the top of the 4th. First pitch. Watson watches curveball called for strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1. So Ivanko 2 strikes away from a fun little piece of intrigue. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball down. Ivanko could get it here. Just needs one more strike against Watson. Steps back, grips the rosin bag, and foots the rubber. Lefty comes set, chin high, fires home. It's down low for ball 1. So he just misses the immaculate inning by 1 pitch. Watson laid off of it. And after missing on the last pitch, runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Watson swings through. It's in the dirt. So Ivanko missed the immaculate inning by 1 pitch, but he strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 4th here at First Energy Stadium as Bowie trails 5-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's a very special day at Prince George's Stadium on Saturday, June 18th that you don't want to miss. The Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration sponsored by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Fans that get to the game will have a chance to bid on game-worn Baysox jerseys with all proceeds going to benefit the Clemente Foundation. Again, don't miss out on your chance to own a piece of Baysox history on Saturday, June 18th with the Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration, and you can get your tickets now at baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
New pitcher on the mound for Bowie as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Antonio Velez roughed up in the 3rd, and he departs after just 3 innings of work. He's in line for a loss as Bowie trails 5-2. First pitch to Fralin Migneti is fouled off right side. Count opens up at 0-1. Adam Stauffer is the new pitcher on the mound for Bowie. Brief IL stint from May 5th to just a bit earlier today, but the right-hander takes over on the mound for his 4th appearance this season. 0-1 to Migneti. Slider misses too far down and away, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. So the line on Velez is closed. 3 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs all earned, 2 strikeouts and a walk. He's in line for a loss. Right-hander Stauffer winds and deals the 1-1. Migneti watches breaking ball miss up and away, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. After Migneti, it's Sal Gazzo, then back to the top of the lineup, and Ali Castillo against Stauffer. Next pitch home. Fouled off again right side. Mignetti having a tough time with those high fastballs, but Stauffer just keeps sending them home. Adam Stauffer, a 6'7", 240-pound right-hander. 23 years of age, went to Coatesville High School, only about 45 an hour away from here. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off again right side, and the count stays. O's picked him up in the 19th round of the 2017 draft from Coatesville High. So far this season for Bowie, he's made 3 appearances. In 7 2/3 innings, he's allowed 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. And home plate umpire has to call for time. The production crew was playing a video while the clock was running and while Stauffer was ready to pitch. You can't do that. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a liner, bounced over to second, picked by Westberg on the hop with a spin to keep it in front of him. Excellent play as he sends it to first for the out. That is a tough one for anyone in Westberg. Made it look clean. He had to hold on it, couldn't really go in either direction, forward or backward, just had to wait and see where it goes, read it off the bounce, and picked it. That is a credit to fundamentals coach Tim DeJohn. He goes through those drills daily with these Baysox infielders. First pitch to Sal Gazzo is a swing and a miss on a fastball low. Count starts out at 0-1. I imagine DeJohn has a big grin on his face after seeing that play from Westberg. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Misses high, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Gazzo singled to start the 5-run rally in the 3rd inning. Came around to score on Uldrum Corridor's 2 RBI double with the bases loaded. Here's the 1-1. Called a strike, bottom edge, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Stauffer making his first appearance since the 27th of April. So about 2 weeks at this point when he tossed 3 scoreless innings with 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk in Richmond. 1-2 pitch. This one driven high but foul, first base side. It'll get out. Whoa. There's a loud clang off of one of the seatbacks here at First Energy Stadium. It scared me. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Stauffer deals the next. Swing and a miss, he got him. Curveball down. Gazzo is down on strikes. First strikeout for Adam Stauffer, 3rd overall for Bowie pitching. Send it back to the top of the lineup now, and Ali Castillo. Stauffer made a big jump up to Bowie after only appearing in 6 games with High A Aberdeen last season. First pitch to Castillo. Fastball hits the upper outside corner of the zone for a called strike. It's 0-1. Castillo punched a bunt perfectly between the mound and first base to reach on a single in the 3rd. Here's the 0-1. Called a strike down, and the count 0-2. Prior to that, Castillo grounded out to second base his first time up. Sun setting here at First Energy Stadium. Lights probably carrying 60% of the load. Here's the 0-2. Late swing, punch the other way, down for a base hit. Zach Watson fields it as Castillo stops at first base. Good reaction time from Ali Castillo. That's why he's so clean on his spray charts. He sits in that 30% range to every part of the field. Left, right, up the middle, 30%, between 30 and 35 for all of them. So it extends the inning, a 2-out single for him. It's a multi-hit day. And now Jalen Ortiz follows, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. First pitch from Stauffer. Fastball, nicks the upper outside corner of the zone for a called strike. It's 0-1. It's a 3-pitch offering for Stauffer. Curveball is his main secondary pitch. Next pitch, there's the curve, but it misses too far out. And the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Well, unfortunately, the perfect game and the no-hitter that we were keeping a brief eye on over in Akron is over. Erie lost out, and Akron has since scored a run, but the Seawolves still lead 3-1 in that game. Here's the 1-1. Check swing, high fastball. They appeal, he didn't go. That was one of those check swings where the hands went a lot further than the barrel of the bat did, and everyone watches the barrel. So 2 balls and a strike. Next pitch from Stauffer. That's a called strike. Breaking ball down, and the count evens at 2 on Ortiz. It was a 28-pitch third inning for Antonio Velez. I think that's one of the key differences between a guy like Velez and a guy like Ryan Watson. Watson just doesn't get phased. 2-2 pitch. Runner goes. Pitch away for a ball. Throw to second is in time, and they got him. Castillo tried to cut the slide a bit early as the tag was swiping down and see if he could avoid it, but he did not. Caught stealing goes 2-4. Maverick Hanley nabs another, and the inning is over. So a 2-out single eliminated, and we move on to the 5th. Bowie needs some offense. They trail 5-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org. And let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
Hey, coffee lovers. Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. The freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip. Because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms.
On to the 5th here at First Energy Stadium as Bowie still trails by 3. Top of the Baysox lineup due up against Ethan Ivanko coming out for his 3rd full inning of relief. Left-hander struck out the side on 10 pitches in the 4th. First pitch to Hudson Haskin is a called strike. Curveball hits the upper outside corner. It's 0-1. Haskin, Gunnar Henderson, Joey Ortiz due up in this half inning for Bowie. Next pitch. Curveball again. This one misses up and away, and the count goes even at 1. After Haskin, Henderson, then Ortiz, and then Shane Fontana, if any, reach. Haskin 1 for 1 on the day with a walk, a single, a run scored. Next pitch misses down and in, and the count goes to 2-1. Again, Bowie down 5-2, a big 5-run third inning for Reading, as the next is a hard ground ball over to the left side, picked at the shoulder by Guzman, and he sends it over to first base in time for the out. 6-3 putout gets things started here in the top of the 5th inning. You know, something stupid that I've been doing on social media the past couple of days. Just going to some of the food stands around here in Reading, and I'm probably going to do it for other road ballparks now too, because now that I've gotten into some of the rhythm with pre-game activities, just taste testing some ballpark fare. Here's Gunnar Henderson. First pitch called a strike, bottom half. It's 0-1. And I walked up to one of the stands here in Reading, and they had something on the menu board called a cheeseburger dog as the next pitch comes in low. Count goes even at a ball and a strike on Henderson. And I asked, well, what's a cheeseburger dog? I thought, is it a cheeseburger and hot dog combined? Is it a hot dog with ground beef on it, almost like a chili dog? Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball high. Count goes to 2-1 on Henderson. Bases empty, 1 away here in the top of the 5th inning. Bowie trails by 3. And they said, no, it's just a cheeseburger in the shape of a hot dog. That's it. 2-1 pitch, up and in. The curveball did not curve, And the count goes to 3-1. So I said, hey, I might as well. I'll order it. It didn't actually come with cheese. You had to pay extra for cheese. The 3-1. Curveball inside, ball 4. Henderson draws his league-leading 28th walk. His second of the day. Third of the day for Ethan Ivanko. Fifth of the day for Reading pitching. First pitch to Joey Ortiz, called a strike high. Ortiz, an 0 for 2 day, reached on an error in the third. Next pitch. Called a strike high again. So back-to-back changeups for Ivanko. Gets the first one, decides why not for the second one, and it worked. See if he tries it again a third time, or if he sends something maybe a bit down, maybe even away to get Ortiz swinging. The 0-2. That's what happened. Swing and a miss. Went with the slider that time, and it's 3 pitches to retire Ortiz. It's the 4th strikeout for Ethan Ivanko, 5th overall for Reading pitching, and now Shane Fontana due up. 2 plate appearances for Fontana. He walked back in the first inning, hit a sacrifice fly to drive in a run in the third. Runner at first, 2 away here in the top of the 5th inning as Bowie trails 5-2. First pitch, Fontana watches a called strike, lower outside corner. He's a right-hander playing long toss in the Reading bullpen right now. Braden Zarbniski. Next pitch to Fontana, called a strike, lower outside corner. The count to 0-2. Bowie does not have anyone warming in their pen. Looks like it's going to be Adam Stauffer they stick with for at least another half inning. Stauffer faced the minimum in his first inning of relief. 0-2. In the dirt, Fontana lays off. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Ivanko climbs the hill and fires the 1-2. Fontana rips it over to the right side and over the head of second baseman Migneti for a base hit. Henderson goes first to third on the jump. As Fontana breaks a short 2-game hitless skid, he's now got hits in 2 of his last 4 games. Very productive day at the plate, both yesterday and today for Shane Fontana. He had a meaningful flyout that led to a game-tying run in the 5th inning yesterday, drew a walk that extended Bowie's 4-run 8th inning. Now he has a single here to put them at the corners with 2 away for Jordan Westberg, who's been seeing the ball well since the start of this series. First pitch to the right-hander, misses inside, and the count starts out at 1-0. Westberg flew out to center field back in the first inning. Drew a walk with 2 outs in the third, was left at first. 1-0. Bounced foul, third base side, toward the Baysox bullpen, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Bowie behind 5-2 here in the top of the 5th inning. Westberg seeing what he can do. Puts a little power behind something, maybe we get a tie ball game. Who knows? The 1-1. Curveball misses wide from Ivanko, and the count goes to 2-1. And again, Westberg's numbers with runners in scoring position used to be much, much better. You go back to the start of May, and he was hitting around 250. Next pitch called a strike, bottom edge, and the count goes even at 2. Right now, he's hitting only 219 with runners in scoring position. 2 homers, 10 runs driven in. But he does have a 20% walk rate, which is interesting. He's still patient. The 2-2. Called strike 3, outside edge. He knew it. He thought it would break more. It didn't. And that's the 5th strikeout for Ethan Ivanko, and it strands runners at the corners. We're halfway home here at First Energy Stadium as Bowie trails 5-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey, Baysox fans, if you've got a teacher or educator in your life that's meant a lot to you, or if you're one yourself, then you don't want to miss out on the Baysox Educator Appreciation Week from Tuesday, June 28th to Friday, July 1st. Teachers and educators who show a school ID at the Baysox ticket office will get 2 free tickets to a game of their choice between those days, all sponsored by Educational Systems Federal Credit Union. Again, it's Educator Appreciation Week at Prince George's Stadium, Tuesday, June 28th to Friday, July 1st.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Back half of the 5th inning here at First Energy Stadium. Baysox stranded 2 aboard in the top of the frame. Had the tying run at home plate, but Jordan Westberg struck out looking. Adam Stauffer back to work as the Baysox trail by 3. Jalen Ortiz leads it off. He walked and scored in the 3rd, struck out swinging in the 1st. First pitch. Slider called for strike in the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. Stauffer did give up a 2-out single in the 5th inning, and Ortiz came to the plate. Next pitch home, bounced over to 3rd and through the gap for a base hit. Jordan Westberg was playing heavy on the line for a big pull hitter in Ortiz. He did pull it, but just to the right spot. So a leadoff single. Yeah, Ortiz was at the plate when Ali Castillo was caught stealing. It was a 2-2 pitch that missed down. So Ortiz, I guess you could say he gets his revenge. And it's not like he was really wronged in any way, but whatever. Here's Aldrum Corridor. First pitch to the left-hander. Called a strike, bottom edge, it's 0-1. How about these first pitch strikes, too, from Adam Stauffer? Every single batter he's faced, that's now 5, he's fired a first pitch strike. Doesn't dance around, guys. Doesn't try for the swing and miss stuff out of the gate. Maybe for a second trip through the order, but for now, he's just attacking. Here's the 0-1. Fastball tails too far down and in, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Corridor has tormented the Baysox in this series. Had a key 2 RBI single in the 6-run first inning on Tuesday. Solo home run early to put Reading ahead yesterday. The Baysox would come back to win. Next pitch, slider hits the zone for a called strike. It's 1-2. Then a 2 RBI single in the 3rd inning of today's game. Tied the game up, he would eventually score the 4th run of 5. The 1-2. Swinging a bouncing ball over towards short, could be 2. Waiting back on it, Ortiz. He decides not to go to second, goes directly to first. He didn't step on the bag. No one was covering it, so he didn't really have much of a choice, and he realized it'd be easier to go to first instead of getting into a situation where he might tangle with the other Ortiz, Jalen. So the fielder's choice goes 6-3. Well, it's not even a fielder's choice. It's just a 6-3. Here's Logan O'Hoppe. First pitch. Blazing fastball misses just up and away. Maverick Hanley thought it was going to get called for a strike, but it didn't. And that's the first pitch ball from Adam Stauffer out of the pen today. (1-0). Slider called for strike in the lower outside corner, goes even at 1. See, the new problem with these pitch clock violations is that whenever there's a count that I'm not positive about on the video board, I second-guess myself if I missed a violation somewhere, because it says 2-1 on the video board. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss, high fastball. I still think it's 1-2. But they make the count so small and so hard to see. They don't put it on the main video board. They put it on a ribbon board over to the left. The umpire might not even see. Yeah, now it's 1-2. They fixed it. Okay. So I am right. I'm not crazy. The 1-2, fouled off. Okay, I'm not crazy about that. I'm definitely crazy with other stuff. How often I just flip-flop names for no particular reason. We'll wait on another 1-2 to Logan O'Hoppe, who had an RBI double and a run scored in the third. Runner at second, one away. Pitch from Stauffer. This is high, a fastball. Count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two to O'Hoppe. Popped foul, right side out of play. Count holds. Well, it's schedule release day in the NFL. And obviously, it's one of the most important social media days of the year for some of these teams. It's where you get some of the most creative work out of really anyone. I'm looking at what the Chargers put together right now, and it's something. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a hard hit ball out toward left center, but it'll stay in as Haskin gets a read on it, pulls it down to the warning track. Runner tags, the throw comes in, it's cut off, the throw goes to third, and it's just late. Haskin was just a bit too deep on that one. Ortiz didn't even really sprint, but he still got there. So a productive fly out, but now 2 outs as Josh Ockamy steps up. Runner at third. So the Chargers made their schedule release video in the form of an anime opening. That is a lot of animation. And I can't even fathom. But it's great. First pitch to Ockamy. Left-hander watches breaking ball miss down, and the count starts out at 1-0. If you're too old to know what anime is, I don't blame you, and honestly, you shouldn't know because it's for degenerates like me. But it's those Japanese cartoons that some people, they watch some. Those Narutos and those Dragon Ball Zs as Ockamy flies one foul left side. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Pokemon's in anime. At least the show is. The video games aren't. So there's your quick lesson on anime here in this baseball game in Reading, Pennsylvania. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a hard hit ball out to right. This one's trouble. Watson has his back to the infield and watches it exit. 2-run home run for Josh Ockamy, his 4th of the season. Makes it a 7-2 ball game. RBIs number 12 and 13 for the left-hander. For Stauffer, just the 2nd home run he's given up this season since his 2022 debut against Binghamton. First pitch to Jack Conley. Misses up and away for a called ball. It's 1-0. Bowie has a left-hander up and moving in the pen at this point. Only lefty right now in their pen is Easton Lucas. Here's the 1-0. Down and away for a ball. It's 2-0. Lucas does have plenty of distance in his arm, and at the rate that this game is going, if Stauffer can get out of this inning, they would only need Lucas for 3 innings. 2-0. Driven high to right field, but this one not deep enough. Toward foul ground. Watson running a long way, but it'll touch down just out of play. First row over the netting. And again, this is a ballpark just almost encircled by netting. If not by netting, at least higher walls everywhere else. So there's not really any opportunity for fielders to reach past a wall or past the field of play to make an out. 2-1, fouled off back to the screen. And the count goes even at 2 on Connolly, who's riding a 2-for-2 day. Doubled with 2 outs in the second, got left there. singled in a pair of runs in the third, made it all the way to third on a throwing error on the play, but was left there. Bases empty, 2 away. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Curveball in the dirt. Connolly takes a late jump to go to first, but the throw beats him there by about 5-6 steps. Doesn't matter. The inning comes to a close. Second strikeout for Adam Stauffer, but not before Redding piles on a pair more. 2-run home run for Josh Ockamy as we move to the 6th inning here at First Energy Stadium. Bowie trails now 7-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. There's plenty to catch in the month of May with fireworks every home Saturday. Hope to see you there.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
New pitcher on the mound for Redding as we move on to the 6th inning. Bowie now trailing 7-2, however. They've got a long way to climb out of this one as Cody Roberts will lead things off for the Baysox. First pitch is ripped over to third on a couple of bounces. It's backhanded by Gazzo. Sent to first. Down to a knee is Ockamy, but he receives it. 5-3 put out on the first pitch, and that's how things get started. For the new pitcher on the mound, Braden, let's say this right, Zarbniski. Line on the day for Ethan Ivanko is pretty clean, and he's probably going to be in line for a win. Depending on how far Zarbniski goes, starting pitcher doesn't go 5 innings. It goes down to the reliever who pitched most effectively. Well, actually, no, it will be Zarbniski because he was the pitcher in the game when Redding took the lead, so there will be Ivanko. I'm getting my names mixed up here. You've got all these names. Next pitch to Dashbach, fouled off right side. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. But again, it's already a 5-run game, so we can ease things up a little bit. Ivanko goes 3 innings. He gives up just 2 hits and a run. It was earned. Here's the next to Dashbach. Slider misses away, and the count goes to 2-1. Ivanko did strike out 5 batters, did walk 3, didn't give up a home run. But it makes way for Zarbniski, 6'2", 191-pound lefty, or right-hander, he bats lefty, from Marietta, Georgia, 25 years old. Undrafted free agent signing after the shortened 2020 draft. Foul there for Dashbach, and the count goes even at 2 as he pops the next pitch into right center field. Not too deep. Conley ranges over to his left about 20-30 feet. He hauls it in, and there's 2 gone. Zarbniski on the season for the Fightins makes his 10th appearance, and he's put together some very, very good numbers. 1-0 record with a 1.88 ERA, 14 in the third innings of work. He struck out 11, walked only 4, but he has given up 3 home runs. That's where most of his damage has been dealt. Again, a lot of that could be attributed to this hitter's ballpark, First Energy Stadium. Here's Maverick Handley, first pitch. Fastball, not sure where that one missed, but it did, just a little bit up and away. Next pitch. Slider misses down and away, and the count goes to 2-0 on Handley. 0 for 2 day for Maverick. He flew out to right field back in the second inning, struck out swinging back in the fourth. Bases empty, 2 away here in the top of the 6th. That's Bowie trails 7-2. Next, ripped up the middle for a base hit. Screaming liner for Handley as he's got hits in back-to-back games, and he falls, getting to first base. Oh, goodness. I'm not sure if he slipped when moving out of the base path just a little bit into the grass as he was rounding the bag, but he ate it. That's just the kind of day it's been, man. I just see out of the corner of my eye him just tumble and scamper to get back up, even though he was already on the base. Here's Zach Watson. First pitch is a slider, called for strike on the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. Here's the next. Watson pops it up foul right side, and it's 0-2. 0 for 2 day for Zach Watson. He's riding a very long skid at the moment. When you include his numbers today, he's 0 for his last 18 at the plate with 7 strikeouts. Got to break out of that soon. Runner at first, 2 away. Next pitch from Zarbniski is swung on and missed high for strike 3. So the inning is over. Bowie gets a 2-out single from Maverick Handley, but he's left stranded. 7 left on base so far for the Baysox. We're on to the bottom of the 6th here in Reading as Bowie trails 7-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
Baysox return home for a 12-game homestand on Tuesday, May 17th. They start with 6 against Hartford, then 6 against Erie. Jam-packed, 2 different fireworks nights. Boots and baseball night, knock cancer out of the park night. Very fun couple of weeks coming your way to Prince George's Stadium starting Tuesday, May 17th. Today, not as fun. As Bowie trails 7-2, they do go with another pitching change. Easton Lucas was warming up in the last half inning, and he's out on the mound now. Lucas replaces Adam Stauffer, who goes 2 innings total, gives up 2 runs, both earned, on 3 hits. First pitch to Jonathan Guzman, called a strike, bottom edge, it's 0-1. Stauffer struck out 2 batters, did not walk any, did give up a home run, a 2-run shot to Josh Ockamy. That puts us where we're at now. Next pitch to Guzman misses inside, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. 0 for 2 day for Jonathan Guzman, a ground out and a fly out. Both of them came against Antonio Velez, so he never saw Stauffer. Here's the next. Fouled off, right side of the zone and right side of the netting. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. After Guzman, it's Frelin Mignati and then Salgazzo. 7-8-9 in the lineup for Reading. Wind still pushing out to left field. Here's the 1-2. Curveball lifted high into center, but not deep. Watson down about 10-15 feet. Camps makes the play. 1 gone. Easton Lucas, the only active left-hander in the bullpen for Bowie. 6'4", 180-pound lefty. Traded from the Marlins organization in 2019. He was a part of the Jonathan VR deal. This is his 6th outing for the Baysox this season. First pitch fouled off back to the screen. Count opens up to 0-1 on Mignati. Lucas doesn't have a record, but does have a 2.61 ERA. 10 in the 3rd innings. He struck out 13, walked 4, only giving up 1 homer. Here's the next. Curveball misses wide, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Next pitch to Mignati misses down, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Bases empty, 1 away, the 2-1. Check swing and a slider up and away, and the count goes to 3 balls and a strike. So Lucas is coming off of an outing against Harrisburg in which he tossed 2 innings and gave up 2 hits, including his only home run this season. 2 runs total. Here's the next pitch. Misses high, ball 4. Video board did not keep track of a single pitch in that plate appearance. So Mignati draws the free pass. Yeah, today is definitely just a throwaway kind of day, it feels like. They don't even have the out up there yet. They have Easton Lucas up there, but they also say he's thrown 41 pitches, which he has not. First pitch to Salgazzo misses down, and the count starts out at 1-0. Oh, now they got the... Okay, now they're catching up. Well, they don't have the right pitch count. They say that was just the first pitch for Easton Lucas. Here's the 1-0. Misses high, count to 2-0. Runner at first, 1 away. Gazzo singled in the 3rd inning. That kick-started the 5-run rally for Reading as Bowie trails now 7-2. 5 runs in the 3rd, 2-run home run by Josh Ockamy in the 5th. That's going to send out Maverick Hanley for a very, very brief chat. But I really like this ballpark, First Energy Stadium. I mentioned it a little bit, I think, on Tuesday. Days have already blended together in this series, but so historic, put up in 1950. And they've added on to it piecemeal. Here's the 2-2. Check swing, pitch up and away, they appeal, he didn't go, so 3-0. 7 of the last 8 pitches out of the zone for Easton Lucas. Three-0 to Gazzo. Right-hander watches high for a called strike. It's 3-1. Gazzo only hits 1 for 8 against left-handed pitchers. You could say 2 for 9 with his single against Velez. As the 3-1 comes in, and he loses the bat, making a foul. That one went windmilling out past the 3rd base corner and onto the warning track. Get some pine tar, fella. I've never seen that far. I've seen batters lose bats, but not that far. I think he's asking for a new bat entirely, or at least some pine tar. What do you do in a situation like this? Do you have to start the clock at some point? But yeah, he's asking for some pine tar. There you go. So he must have heard me. It does run the count full, though, and we'll wait on the next offering. They don't realize that they thought he struck out or something. They switched the video board over to Ali Castillo, who's on deck. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. No, it's still Gazzo, still very much Gazzo. He was just getting some pine tar for the bat he threw. Here's the payoff from Lucas. It's high ball 4. So back-to-back walks given up by Easton Lucas here with 1 out in the 6th. And now it goes to Ali Castillo, so you're right there. Castillo a 2 for 3 day, bunt single in the 3rd and a run, singled in the 4th, got caught stealing second base to end the inning. 1st and 2nd, 1 away as Lucas steps off. That's his first of 2 allotted, and he hasn't even thrown a pitch yet in this plate appearance. Lefty on righty, first pitch. Castillo watches curveball down for a called strike. It's 0-1. But yeah, they have added on incrementally to this ballpark. They've got a dugout suite out past the Fightins dugout, extended bleachers out past each side, a pool party deck out past right field that hasn't been used at all in this series. Next pitch to Castillo misses down, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. I wonder if it's something to do with the weather, but now that it's warm, I'd imagine they have no restrictions on it. It has water in it. I walked by it the other day. I guess nobody wants to buy it right now. Here's the 1-1. Castillo grounds it the other way for a base hit. Could score a run as Watson charges in on it. Runners stay put with just the extra base. So it loads the bases with only 1 out, as Castillo's got a 3-hit day to his credit. I said it back when he singled to right field in the 4th inning. He's liable to go anywhere on the field. One of the truest spray hitters on this lineup, hovering between 30 everywhere on the field. 30% on the pull, a third of the time up the middle, 35% to the right side. So now here's Jalen Ortiz. He's 1 for 2, scored twice, single and a walk. Bases loaded, 1 away, 0 for 1 with the bases loaded this season, and he crushes it out to left field. Fontana looks up. It's a grand slam. First pitch, and Ortiz breaks the game open, 11-2. That's Ortiz's 6th home run this season. He's up to 15 RBI now. And it goes to Aldrum Corridor. 2nd home run allowed by Easton Lucas. He's given up home runs in back-to-back outings now for Bowie. First pitch home. Curveball hits the zone for a called strike on Corridor. It's 0-1. Does Reading keep track of their grand slams? Next pitch fouled off left side. They do. They don't have any. That was the first. So the count 0-2 on Corridor. And here's the next, up and in. A little bit toward the chin as the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Bases empty, still only 1 out. Walk, single grand slam for these 4 runs in the 6th. At this point now that Bowie trails by, 9? Should probably start thinking about maybe a first position player pitching. Who knows? The 1-2, smoked foul the other way. And that gets out and holds the count even at a ball and 2 strikes. Who would be the candidate? Could play a guessing game, but for now it looks like Wes Robertson is up and moving. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. I think Maverick Hanley might have gotten the outs mixed up because he was ready to sprint back to the dugout, but that is only the 2nd out of the inning. First strikeout for Easton Lucas, only the 5th for Baysox pitching today as Logan O'Hoppy digs in. First pitch home to the catcher, misses high for a ball, it's 1-0. So for Lucas, this is a season's high in runs allowed already. Next pitch fouled off right side, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. We can talk more about Robertson when he gets in, but he was added to the Orioles system just this past offseason, and he's tenured around these minor leagues. The 1-1 misses down for a ball. Count goes to 2-1. I expected him to start the season with Bowie. He'd pitched at the AA level previously, but he was with Aberdeen. Now he's with the Baysox. 2-1. Misses down and inside. Count goes to 3-1. Next pitch home from Easton Lucas. Curveball crushed out toward left center, but this one will stay in as Fontana reads it, camps, and pulls it down. The inning is over, but not before Redding puts it even further out of reach. A grand slam for Jalen Ortiz. First grand slam of the season for Redding, first allowed by Bowie this year. 4 runs on 2 hits, no errors, none left. We're on to the 7th here at First Energy Stadium as Bowie trails 11-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Nitro Circus is back with an all-new tour coming to Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, June 5th. Fueled by new athletes, new tricks, and the craziest contraptions, the Good, Bad, and Rad Tour presented by A-Shock marries the sketchy, scary, and cringe-worthy dangers of big air action sports to the hilarious comedy of Nitro's lunatic daredevils who risk their lives to send it. Bowie, it's going down at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, June 5th. Tickets as low as $35 are on sale now at Baysox.com. Well, it may be on Sunday, May 29th, but get ready for the Baysox first Catter Day at Prince George's Stadium. Everyone's heard of Bark in the Park, but now you can bring your kitty out for a relaxing afternoon of ball. And if you get here early enough, you can pick up a free Baysox Catter Day t-shirt, courtesy of the City of Bowie. You can get your tickets now for the first ever Catter Day at 301-464-4865 or at Baysox.com.
We're on to the 7th inning here at First Energy Stadium as Bowie trails 11-2. Braden Zarbniski gets back to work for the Fightin' Phils, and he fires the first pitch home to Hudson Haskin. It's down low for a ball, 0-1. Haskin, the first batter, the leadoff man today, followed by Gunnar Henderson, then Joey Ortiz. Shane Fontana, if any reach. Next pitch misses high. And the count goes to 2-0. So Zarbniski back to work, gave up a 2-out single in the 6th inning, left the runner stranded with a strikeout. Fires the 2-0 to Haskin. It's a slider that misses. Oh, nope, call for a strike. Late ring up. Lower outside corner there, and the count goes to 2-1. Here's the next. This one driven high and deep out toward left center. Conley on the run. He's got to run a long way. He looks up and it's out of here. Hudson Haskin says goodbye with his 5th home run of the season. Inches Bowie just a little bit closer, but it's still 11-3. Leadoff home run for Haskin. That is, believe it or not, his 3rd leadoff home run this season of his 5. RBI number 15. Now it turns to Gunnar Henderson, who's perfect at the plate today. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st. He's drawn 2 walks since. First pitch. Misses high for a ball. It's 1-0. For Zarbniski, that's already the 4th home run he's given up this season. Most out of the bullpen for Reading right now. Next pitch to the lefty. Fouled off left side, and the count goes even at 1. Now, Bowie doesn't have anybody warming in the pen anymore. They did have Wes Robertson up and moving, throwing a little bit while Easton Lucas was struggling in the last half inning. But Lucas eventually got out of the frame. I'm not sure if they'll make the switch still. Next pitch to Henderson, misses a bit high, and the count goes to 2-1. So you could leave Lucas in. Like I said, at this point, he only needs 6 more outs. See what you can get out of him. Here's the next. Misses high again, 3-1 on Henderson. Next pitch, up and away, ball 4. It's a 3-walk day for Henderson. "29 walks. Now in just 28 games for Bowie. So here's Joey Ortiz with a runner at first and nobody out in the top of the 7th inning. That's the first walk given up by Braden Zarbniski so far today. First pitch, called a strike. It's the 6th walk overall from Reading pitching. 0-1 to start on Joey Ortiz. Next pitch, popped up on the infield. Back behind home plate now. Running down is Ohapi. Doesn't even shed the mask. He sees it and he receives it. 1 away. Here's Shane Fontana. Lefties 1 for 1 in the day with a sacrifice fly and a walk. First pitch, misses high. Here's the next. Fontana takes a half swing and incidentally fouls it off. That one almost actually hit Jordan Westberg in the on-deck circle. So the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Runner at first, now 1 away here in the top of the 7th inning. Next pitch, fouled off. Counted a ball and 2 strikes right now on Fontana. Henderson, a very brief lead off of first base. See if he tries to steal. First time he's been on base with a right-hander pitching. Stays put. The 1-2 is served up the middle for a base hit. Just a very soft liner past the pitcher. Even if Henderson did take off, it was so softly hit that, well, I guess it wasn't softly hit. The outfielder was played so close in, to put it more specifically, that Henderson wouldn't have been able to go first to third. It's first and second now, however. Still with 1 away here in the 7th, but Bowie still trails by 8, so they've got a lot of ground to cover to try and get back into this one. Here's Westberg, first pitch. Misses a bit wide. And the count starts out at 1-0. Here's the next. Popped foul behind home plate. Count goes to 0-2. Or check that, 1-1. Westberg 0 for 2 today, drew a walk. Next pitch. Misses up. And the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Two 1. Swing and a miss. High fastball. Count evens. Runners at first and second here in the top of the 7th inning. Bowie's put a run on, but they still trail 11-3. Leadoff home run by Hudson Haskin for his 5th of the season. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a line drive shot out to left field. No doubt about this one. Jordan Westberg says goodbye. A 3-run home run. And the Baysox, they make it a 4-run frame just like that. Solo shot for Hudson Haskin. 3-run blast for Jordan Westberg, his team leading 6th of the season. He's got hits in back-to-back games now, and his RBI total all the way up to 17 to also pace the Baysox. So it's 11-5. 11-5. It should be 11-6. They haven't put a run up on the board. Okay. Here's Cody Roberts. They still haven't put the run up. First pitch misses down, and the count starts out at 1-0. There they go. They got that run up. Going to try something new right now. If you're following along, we're going to go live on our Instagram channel as Roberts lasers one out toward the left field corner, but it's hooking, and it just pulls foul. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. We're going to go live on our Instagram channel. If you want to stop by, just head to Bowie Baysox on Instagram and say hello. And you can ask some questions. Chat with you between some of the breaks. So we're live on Instagram right now. And if you want to stop by, just come on and say hello. As Bowie trails 11-6 now here in the top of the 7th inning. They trailed by 9 earlier, so a 5-run deficit, a lot more manageable, but still a long way to go. Next pitch to Roberts, fouled off right side, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. They've got the wrong count on the board again. So bases empty, 1 away here in the top of the 7th inning. Here's the next. Half swing, he went. That's a strikeout for Roberts. First strikeout of the day for Braden Zarbniski. Check that, his 2nd strikeout overall. 8th overall for Reading pitching, and now it turns to Andrew Dashbach with bases still empty, now 2 outs. Left side of the infield plays deep, and is Dashbach going to get tagged for an auto strike? No, he got in time. Here's the first pitch. Curveball called for strike, lower outside corner, it's 0-1. And the umpire was just kind of pointing at him. I guess they were waiting for him to get in the box, but he got in with a second to spare. Here's the 0-1. Same pitch. Curveball called for strike on the bottom edge. It's 0-2. Bowie's put on 4 in this frame, but they've still got a long way to go. They trail 11-6. Bases empty, 2 outs. Dashbach riding an 0-for-3 day. Pop out, fly out, strikeout, and he strikes out again. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning from Braden Zarbniski. But Bowie does tag him for a couple of long balls. A solo shot by Hudson Haskin to open up the frame. A 3-run shot by Jordan Westberg to cap it. 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors, none left. We stretch here at First Energy Stadium as Bowie trails 11-6. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional, organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom-tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
We're on to the bottom of the 7th here at First Energy Stadium as Bowie still trails 11-6 now. Matt Sabatis with you as the first pitch home from Easton Lucas to Josh Ockamy is called a strike. It's 0-1. Next pitch, slider down and away. So the count evens up here on Ockamy, who's riding a pretty good day at the plate. 2 for 3, a double, a single that drove into, well, check that. That's Jack Connolly, who's up next. Ockamy had a 2-run home run in the 5th inning as he watches pitch down. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike right now. So Bowie trailing 11-6. 5-run 3rd inning for Reading, and then a grand slam in the 6th. Next pitch down low again to Ockamy, and the count goes to 3 balls and a strike. Bowie had Wes Robertson riding in the bullpen in the last half inning after the grand slam, but they're sticking with Easton Lucas right now. Here's the 3-1. Swinging a foul, back to the netting, and the count goes to 3-2. Like I said earlier in the last half inning, and for those already tuning in, welcome. We're going live on our Instagram feed right now. Just give you a peek inside the broadcast booth. You can tune in, follow along. That way, if you feel so inclined, you just get a lovely view of yours truly. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a high fastball. Ockamy goes chasing. Second strikeout for Easton Lucas. He's retired 3 in a row since the grand slam. But still in a tough spot right now because if you take that grand slam away, then it'd be a 1-run game. Whatever the case, it's Connolly at the moment. He's got the 2 hits, including the 2 RBI single in the 3rd. I was just looking 1 batter ahead. First pitch is a curveball that misses high, and the count starts out at 1-0. Bases empty, 1 away. Next pitch misses high again from Lucas. Fastball runs the count to 2-0. Bowie had the early 2-0 advantage, too. It seems to be that you score first, things do get a little bit out of hand. The 2-0 fouled off right side. Count goes to 2-1 because Reading scored all 6 runs in the first inning of Tuesday's game, and then their offense just completely shut off after that. Bowie actually made it a winnable game, but they just left too many on base. The 2-1 pitch fouled off right side again, so the count now evens at 2. Yesterday, Reading got a solo home run from Aldrum Corridor in the first inning, and then the tap shut off again, while Bowie used a 4-run 8th to win. Bowie scored in the first inning today, and then again in the 3rd, and now they're trailing big. Grounder over to the left side, diving attempt by Ortiz, but it's under his glove. Sneaks into left field for a base hit. 3-hit day for Jack Connolly. This is a guy who came in batting 190 on the season, and Bowie just hasn't been able to get an answer for him. So now here's Jonathan Guzman. Right-handed hitting shortstop digs in. He's 0 for 3 on the day. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Maybe a piece, but into the mid of the catcher, Maverick Handley, and it's 0-1. Baysox have inched a little bit closer thanks to 2 home runs. Leadoff solo home run in the 7th inning by Hudson Haskin, and then a 3-run shot by Jordan Westberg later in the same frame. That next pitch fouled off to the right side, and the count goes to 0-2. This next pitch to Guzman, fouled off again right side. Count holds. He's pushed it the other way a lot in this game, and that's really how he plays. He's either pulling it hard or pushing it hard. Grounded out to third base, flew out to right field. Does have a fly out to center, though. Runner at first, one away. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a liner, left side base hit over Joey Ortiz at short. So back-to-back singles to the left side for Reading, and they've got them at first and second with one away. I wonder at this point if Wes Robertson is warm because he's not tossing in the bullpen anymore. I'm not sure if he got done in the last inning when Lucas was roughed up with the grand slam and they're just letting him stay that way. He's definitely got to warm back up now at this point. How much longer are they going to leave Lucas out there? He is already up to 44 pitches. Fralin Mignati is the batter. He's seen the ball well against Bowie in this series. Walked and scored on the grand slam in the 6th. Watches the first pitch home for a called strike inside edge. It's 0-1. Mignati has grounded out twice. Once to short, once to second. Lucas on the season, most pitches he's thrown in any outing is 52. Need a quick double play to stay under that watermark right now. 0-1. Line foul right side, and the count goes to 0-2. Mignati, a high ground ball hitter, though. 2.5 ground ball to fly ball ratio. Surprisingly, though, hasn't hit into a double play. It is only his 6th game, but you'd imagine it comes at some point. 0-2 the count. First and second, one away. Pitch home. This is a bouncing ball over to first. It's too slow to turn to. Dashbach picks and steps over to the bag himself for the unassisted. Both runners advance, but now there's 2 away with second and third aboard. Bowie down 11-6 right now here in the bottom of the 7th inning. At this point, they probably just want to rely on Lucas to get through this frame, and then they'll turn it to Wes Robertson for the last half inning, unless Bowie goes on a massive comeback. As Gazzo digs in, 1 for 2 day, single, walk, strikeout, 2 runs. But Lucas steps off to wipe his brow, and that does count as one of his 2 allotted step-offs. First pitch, switch hitter, watches called strike on the lower inside corner. It's 0-1. First pitch strike now to 4 of the 5 batters in this frame from Easton Lucas. But again, it's second and third with 2 away. Reading does have a right-hander up in the bullpen. Looks to be Bubby Rossman. Next pitch. Same placement, called strike on the lower inside corner with a changeup. Rossman did appear in the Tuesday morning game through a scoreless inning with 2 strikeouts. Lucas looking for the punch-out, 0-2. Pitch home. Misses high. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Two sides meet again tomorrow at 6:45 first pitch. At 6:45 tomorrow. Then again on Saturday, 5:45 on Sunday. A rare Sunday evening game on the getaway day. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging a well-struck ground ball foul, third base side. That one actually got eaten up by the dirt a lot on its first bounce. But the count stays, the ball and 2 strikes. Tomorrow's Bowie bullpen day. It's Connor Loprich scheduled to start his second game. He got roughed up in his first start. Here's the 1-2. Misses inside, nearly clipped Gazzo, and the count goes to 2-2. Actually, am I remembering correctly? No, Loprich pitched well in his first start. He got roughed up in his Double-A debut, gave up 3 home runs. But he pitched well in his first start against Harrisburg, tossed 3 scoreless innings. Got his outings mixed up there. Second and third, the 2-2, misses high, so after working ahead 0-2 on Gazzo, Lucas runs it full. And now Bowie is going to get Wes Robertson up again because Lucas has now matched his season high for pitches thrown. Payoff home, swinging a pop-up, right side, shallow, running on it, Westberg. He calls it, he makes it. That one was a little tough runner for Westberg, but he pulls it down and ends the inning. A pair of one-out singles left stranded, and as we move to the 8th, Bowie still trails 11-6. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Baysox Youth Baseball Camps are back in 2022, and registration is open now. 3 sessions this summer led by Orioles Hall of Famer and former Rookie of the Year Al Bumbry, along with former Baysox outfielder Stephen Bumbry. Kids will take part in in-depth on-field instruction and go head-to-head in camp-wide games at Prince George's Stadium. All campers get a free Baysox hat and a ticket to a Baysox game of their choice. Space is limited, so head to BaysoxShop.com and reserve your spot at a Baysox Youth Baseball Camp today.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Eighth inning here at First Energy Stadium as Bowie still trails by 5. New hurler comes out to pitch for the Fightins. Bubby Rossman making his second appearance of this series. He tossed a scoreless inning back in Tuesday's day game. Did give up a couple of hits, but worked around it. First pitch swinging to Maverick Hanley, a swinging bunt in front of the plate, but it's picked by the catcher O'Hoppe and sent to first. So a 2-3 putout to get things started quickly. Baysox down to their final 5 outs as they trail by 5. Zach Watson steps in now, the number 9 batter. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Really trying to break out of a big slump. He's 0 for his last 19 at the plate for Bowie. But again, it's Rossman into the box now, or I should say onto the rubber now. Could call it a box with the rubber. Who cares? It's 11-6. We're already well past complacency on this broadcast. First pitch up and into Watson. Count starts out at 1-0. So the line on Braden Zarbniski is final. Got to close him out. He did give up a quartet of runs. And time called quickly by Zach Watson. Zarbniski goes 2 innings, gives up 4 hits total and 4 runs, all earned. He struck out 3 batters, walked 1, gave up 2 homers. Next pitch to Watson, misses up and away. Count goes to 2-0. Tell you about Bubby Rossman, a 6'5", 220-pound right-hander, 29 years old from La Habra, California. Minor league free agent signing in 2021 as Watson grounds this next pitch to third. Gazzo holds on it, picks it at the knees, and sends over to first in time for the out. 5-3, and there's 2 away. Back to the top of the lineup now for Hudson Haskin. He's riding a 2 for 3 day. Single run scored, a walk, and a solo home run, leading off the 7th inning. Rossman on the season for Reading. This is his 11th appearance, second on the team out of the bullpen in that regard, but a 1-2 record of 5.93 ERA, 13 2/3 innings. First pitch to Haskin, called missed inside. You see, the way that home plate umpire Rainero Valero operates, when he looks over a bit to the left, it's almost always going to be called a strike, but he didn't go for it there. He's just so slow on that ring up. 1-0. Misses up and away, and the count goes to 2-0 on Haskin. Wynn still pushing in a bit from right field at this point. Base is empty. They say there's 2 outs. Next pitch. Misses down and away. And the count goes to 3-0 on Haskin. Inning started so quickly on that swinging bunt from Maverick Handley, I completely forgot he was even up to bat in this frame. But Bowie trails 11-6 here in the top of the 8th inning. Next pitch home. Rossman fires a strike high. Haskin had spun the bat back to the dugout. Hangs his head down as the count goes to 3-1. Little upset on that one. Here's the next pitch. And he almost did it again on a called strike inside. Haskin has a decent eye. 25% strikeout rate, 12% walk rate. Doesn't strike out too often. But now it runs the count full. He doesn't get here too often either. Payoff. What? Inside for a called strike 3. You're kidding me on that one. That was 3 straight pitches that Haskin should have gotten ball 4 on. But he's a very calm and collected guy. He doesn't have a parting word. The inning is over. Bowie goes down in order, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Bowie trails 11-6. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to baysox.com.
New pitcher on the mound for Bowie as we move to the bottom of the 8th inning here at First Energy Stadium. Wes Robertson is out. This is his Bowie debut. Picked up by the Orioles organization in this most recent offseason, and he faces off against the top of the Reading lineup with Ali Castillo. Baysox down 11-6 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Right-hander Robertson fires the first home. It's a nice slider. Cuts across the zone for a called strike. Nifty pitch there to open. It's 0-1. Line closed on Easton Lucas. It's a bit of a toughie. He tossed 2 innings. Did give up 4 hits and 4 runs all earned on a grand slam. He struck out 2 and walked 2. But it makes way for Robertson, 6'2", 190-pound right-hander. Free agent signing just earlier this year. Next pitch to Castillo. Swing and a miss on that devastating slider. My goodness, the movement on that pitch. This is my first time seeing it, and it is fun to watch. Robertson spent the start of the season with High A Aberdeen, made 7 outings. 1-1 record as the next pitch is that same slider, misses down and away, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Robertson picked up 2 saves in 2 opportunities. A 6.14 ERA, though. That's 5 earned runs in 7 1/3 innings, 8 strikeouts, 5 walks. I imagine that slider had something to do with those walk numbers. Here's the 1-2. Curveball misses down, and the count goes even at 2. Castillo a 3-for-4 day. Pair of singles, well, a trio of singles, including a bunt single. He's also grounded out. He's scored twice, the 2-2. Grounded right over to second. eats up Jordan Westberg for just a bit. It bounces off of his wrist, but right in front of him. He has no issue picking it back up and sending to first, so a 4-3 putout gets it started. Now it goes to Jalen Ortiz. But Robertson is in his third major league organization. He was originally signed as an undrafted free agent out of Washington College, that's in the Northeast, by the Rangers in 2017. Fires a first pitch ball to Ortiz, slider misses away, and the count starts out at 1-0. After pitching in the Rangers system, Cincinnati claimed him off of waivers ahead of the 2021 campaign, and he was released just after the end of that season as Ortiz crushes one out toward the left center field gap, and it's off the base of the wall. Picked on one hop by Haskin, and he rockets it back in towards second. Ortiz didn't expect it to get there. Ball actually hit him. He didn't see it coming in. He was just content with the stand-up double, but the ball actually just bounced off of his dome. It's a 3-hit day for Jalen Ortiz, his 7th double. Puts a runner into scoring position with one out here for Aldrum Corridor. Robertson's last appearance for Aberdeen before getting the call up to Bowie was on the 8th. Pitched against Brooklyn, that's the Mets affiliate in High A. Did give up a run on a single hit with a walk, but did pick up a save with an inning of work. Here's Aldrum Corridor, left-hander, watches first pitch low. Started out for ball 1. But Robertson has been pitching in the minors since 2017 when he started as a Rangers farmhand. Did make a couple of appearances with Double-A Chattanooga in the Cincinnati system last season. Ripped foul that next pitch to Corridor. Smacked the other way to run the count even at 1. When he was with Double-A Chattanooga last year, wasn't very memorable. 5 appearances, but allowed 12 earned runs in just 2 2/3 innings. That's a 40.5 ERA. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a foul by Corridor, just a piece, bounces off of home plate. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. Runner at second, 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Bowie still trailing 11-6. As the Baysox are trying to make it 2 wins in a row, but doesn't look like it could be in the cards today. Here's the 1-2. That one bounces in. Count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 for 4 day for Corridor. He's been such a tough test for Bowie pitching in this series. Drove in 2 runs on Tuesday. Solo home run for Redding's only run yesterday. Drove in 2 runs today in the 3rd to tie the game at 2 at that point. Two-two pitch. Misses wide for a ball. Count runs full. I'm still a little bit in disbelief on that called 3rd strike inside to Hudson Haskin. That ended the 8th inning. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. Breaking ball down in the dirt, and Corridor is retired. First strikeout for Wes Robertson, 7th overall for Bowie pitching. Really, I could see that ring up of Haskin coming his way simply because he had thought the previous 2 pitches were ball 4. Essentially, he watched 3 straight strikes that he thought all of them were ball 4. And then the last one, I think, was more of just, I don't know, some sort of revenge call. A little inappropriate. First pitch to Logan O'Hoppe is a swinging strike. 0-1 as he goes chasing on a breaking ball down. Here's the 0-1 pitch. O'Hoppe nicks it foul into home plate. And the count quickly 0-2. Well, fans here at this ballpark probably watching Sixers game, and it's not going well. Looks like they might be out. Miami leads 89-72, 6 minutes left. Runner at second, 2 away, the 0-2. Doesn't break enough inside, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on O'Hoppe. One for 4 day for him. RBI double and a run scored in that 5-run 3rd inning. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Pitch in the dirt. Handley gloves it. Fires to first, and it's in time, so the inning is over. Second strikeout for Robertson to end it. 1 out double left there. And we move on to the ninth. Bowie needs 5 to tie this thing up. We'll see if they can get it with 3 outs to work with. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sunday, May 22nd, it's a fiesta at Prince George's Stadium. For the first time this season, the Baysox will transform into El Congrejos Fantasmas de Chesapeake and face off against Los Perros Calientes de Akron as part of Minor League Baseball's Copa de la Diversión. It'll be a Latin fiesta celebration all afternoon around the ballpark, all presented by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Get your tickets today at 301-464-4865 and online at baysox.com.
There is a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience full of family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 22nd through 25th for the induction of Bud Fowler, Gil Hodges, Jim Cott, Minnie Minoso, Tony Oliva, Buck O'Neill, and David Ortiz as the class of 2022. Visit baseballhall.org today for the
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Last chance for Bowie here in the 9th inning as they trail by 5. Reading goes to their 4th relief pitcher today. Not sure why they took out Bubby Rossman. He pitched fine. Retired the side. Struck Hudson Haskin out looking. It was a bit of a generous strikeout. I'm probably going to be a little more salty about it than Hudson Haskin would be, but I wouldn't blame him if he was. Let's just keep it at that. Gunnar Henderson will lead things off for Bowie. Brian Marconi is the new pitcher for Reading, and Henderson is immediately called for an auto strike. Or was he? Looked like he was arguing with the umpire, but the umpire doesn't throw anything up. The clock wasn't even running as the first pitch to Henderson is called a strike anyway, so it's 0-1 to start. I'm telling you, Bowie is having a tough time working around with this home plate umpire today. Here's the 0-1. Slider misses down and away, and the count goes even to ball and a strike. So Marconi takes over. 6'3", 175-pound, 25-year-old lefty from Marlton, New Jersey. Non-drafted free agent pickup in 2019. Fires the 1-1, and Henderson just nicks it foul. Count goes to 1-2. Henderson has reached safely all 4 trips to the plate today. 3 walks, a fielder's choice, 2 runs scored. Ball and 2 strikes, the count. Pitch home. Curveball in there for strike 3. Henderson not pleased. Has a parting word in the box. Rests his chin on his shoulder as he exits the box. Says one final piece, and he departs. First strikeout for Marconi. 11th overall for Reading pitching, and now it's Joey Ortiz. First pitch home, right-hander, fouls it off right side, and the count opens up at 0-1. Ortiz, an 0-for-4 day, reached on an error in the 3rd. Marconi making his 10th appearance this season. 1-0 record, a 3.27 ERA in 11 innings. He struck out 19 batters. He's also walked 9. Has not given up a home run yet this year. 0-1. Swing and a miss, high fastball. Ortiz behind 0-2. Wind dying down here on a very quiet night in Reading. Probably one of their lower turnouts in this series. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, misses way up and away. O'Hoppe literally jumped to spear that one out of the air, and the momentum from his glove almost made him go into a 180. There's nobody on base. Just let it go by you, man. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off right side, and the count stays. This has just been an odd game. Bowie scored a run on a double steal in the first, but not the way you might think. Shane Fontana was caught stealing second, but avoided the tag, avoided a rundown, and got back to first, allowing Gunnar Henderson to go from second to home. Next pitch to Ortiz, misses up and away for a ball. It's 2-2. Bowie added on another run in the third on a single, a walk, an error, and a sacrifice fly, but they stranded the bases loaded in that frame. Next pitch, ripped foul, third base side. Watch out in the bleachers. Count stays at 2-2. But then Redding broke through in the bottom of the third for 5 runs against Antonio Velez. They had a string of 5 consecutive reach safely, including 4 hits. It's been Redding's game ever since. They put on 2 more runs in the 5th on a home run by Josh Ockamy. Grand slam in the 6th by Jalen Ortiz. Ortiz smokes this one into center field, but right on to Conley. He shifts to his right about 10-15 feet and pulls it down. Bowie is down to their final out. Baysox broke through for 4 runs in the 7th inning, but still much too far away right now. It was a leadoff home run by Hudson Haskin, and then a couple of batters later, a 3-run home run by Jordan Westberg. 5th and 6th, respectively, for those two. Here's Shane Fontana, first pitch, curveball misses high, and the count starts out at 1-0. Fontana, perfect at the plate today, 2 for 2 with a walk and a sacrifice fly. He's also scored a run. Here's the 1-0, swing and a miss, breaking ball down, and the count goes even at 1. Most of the league coming to a close right now, but Erie and Akron are deadlocked in the 11th inning. The 1-1. Fontana pops it up behind home. Does Ohapi see it? He does, but it gets out of play. Count goes to 1-2 as Bowie's down to their final strike. That's an interesting game over there at Canal Park, too. Erie had a no-hitter, or a perfect game even, going into the 6th inning. But now it's 4-4 in the 11th. Marconi looking to polish it off. The 1-2 pitch to Fontana. Bouncing ball over to the right side very slowly for the pick by the second baseman Mignati. And he gets it to first to finish the game. 4-3 putout wraps things up as Bowie falls this evening 11-6. We'll get your Baysox postgame after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to Baysox.com.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Savanas.
Tough night for Bowie this evening in Reading as they fall 11-6. 5-run third inning for the Fightins. A grand slam later on put it just out of reach. You take that grand slam out of the equation and it's a one-run game. But Bowie drops another one as they can't get back to 500. They'll have to try again in a couple of days to see if they can get there. As we get rolling with Baysox postgame, we'll recap this one briefly. Bowie actually got going early on. They drew a quick walk from Hudson Haskin. Gunnar Henderson replaced him on a fielder's choice, and then Shane Fontana drew another walk. With runners at first and second and one away, actually two away, check that. Bowie got a little bit risky, went with the double steal, and it paid off in an interesting way. But again, Bowie trying to break through in the first inning. Reading has scored in the first inning in both games in this series so far. The 2-1. Henderson takes off. A delayed throw to second, and they're going to get the back runner. That's Shane Fontana. They've got him dancing around as Henderson will try to take off. Fontana dances around, and they go home, and Henderson scores. Fontana is safe back at first, and the Baysox take a 1-0 lead. Bowie was able to ride that into the bottom of the first inning when Antonio Velez opened up with a very quick frame. He used just 11 pitches, thanks in part to a little bit of defense. Here's the 1-1. This one crushed out toward deep right center. On a long run is Haskin. He's got his back to the infield. Can he square it up? He can with a bucket catch and crashes up against the wall to record the out. Oh, buddy, that was a great read by Hudson Haskin in center. That closed out the frame. Again, it was a perfect frame for Velez. He worked into the second cleanly as well. In the third, the Baysox would load the bases early. They had a single, a walk, and an error, bringing Shane Fontana up to the plate. Ivanko is already up to 18 pitches. The payoff to Fontana is popped up out toward deep right field. This one's carrying a little bit. Ortiz backs up on it, sees it at the warning track, and pulls it down. It's deep enough to allow Haskin to tag. They tried to double up the runner at first, and they almost got him. But Haskin scores, and the Baysox take a 2-0 lead. Looked like Bowie might be getting something brewing, trying to pick up their second win in a row. But in the bottom of the third, after a quick ground out, Antonio Velez started to unwind. Sal Gazzo smoked a single to the right side on the first pitch he saw, the number 9 batter. Ali Castillo laid down a bunt over to the right side, just a little bit to the right of the mound, more specifically. Velez descended and tried to field it, but he went a little too fast. There's a lot of ways you could describe it, but it just bounced off of his wrist, and Castillo was safe at first base. He really shouldn't have been the one to take it. He should have gone to cover first, and Andrew Dashbach would have fielded it and sent to Velez, because even if Velez fielded it, no one was covering the bag. Dashbach was ready to field and underhanded to Velez, who was running to cover first. That should have been the play. Castillo was safe. Jalen Ortiz drew a walk to load the bases with only one out, and that dastardly Aldrum Corridor came up with another key hit for the Fightins. 1-0. Swinging a bouncing ball off the glove of Velez, and it's up the middle for a base hit. 1 run scores. Rounding third and scoring the tying run for Reading. Throw goes to third as it's cut off, and it's a 2-run single for Corridor. Corridor just continues to hit against Bowie. That was his 5th RBI in this series. Again, this is just the 3rd game. But that would not be it. Logan O'Hoppe hit a double to the right side, driving in Corridor. And then Jack Connolly stepped up and delivered big. First pitch, Conley takes a curveball and serves it into left field for a base hit. This scores at least 1. O'Hoppe is sent around. The throw gets home, but it's late. It gets back to the backstop as Velez didn't back it up. Going all the way to third base is Connolly as 2 more score. It's a 5-run inning for Reading. And that would set the pace for the rest of the game, as Bowie was never able to get it that close again while they trailed by 3. Game moved into the 5th as Adam Stauffer took over. Easton Lucas would come later. Adam Stauffer took over, pitched a scoreless 4th, but gave a leadoff single in the 5th. After a couple of quick groundouts, Josh Ockamy, the left-hander, came up and attacked. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a hard hit ball out to right. This one's trouble. Watson has his back to the infield and watches it exit. 2-run home run for Josh Ockamy, his 4th of the season. Makes it a 7-2 ball game. Again, a 5-run deficit there would only inflate when Easton Lucas took over in the 6th inning after a leadoff pop-out. Walk, single, Jalen Ortiz came into today's game with 5 home runs, and the 6th was a big one. Bases loaded, 1 away, 0 for 1 with the bases loaded this season, and he crushes it out to left field. Fontana looks up. It's a grand slam. First pitch, and Ortiz breaks the game open, 11-2. That's Ortiz's 6th home run this season. And that would really put the nail in the coffin because, again, Bowie would be resilient. They'd fight back. We'll tell you about it in a second. But if it weren't for that grand slam, it would have been a 1-run game, and that would have drastically changed the outlook of those last couple of innings. But Bowie didn't want to go down. In the 7th inning, with Braden Zarbniski on the mound, he did give up a 2-out single in the 6th. Bowie really found their stroke against him when Hudson Haskin led off. Here's the next. This one driven high and deep out toward left center. Conley on the run. He's got to run a long way. He looks up, and it's out of here. Hudson Haskin says goodbye with his 5th home run of the season. Inches Bowie just a little bit closer, but it's still 11-3. Wouldn't be that way for too much longer, though, because after that, Gunnar Henderson drew another walk, his 3rd of the game, mind you. Joey Ortiz would pop out, but then Shane Fontana would single, pushing Henderson to 2nd. Didn't matter where Henderson was, though, because when Jordan Westberg stepped to the plate, he brought everybody home. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a line drive shot out to left field. No doubt about this one. Jordan Westberg says goodbye. A 3-run home run. And the Baysox, they make it a 4-run frame just like that. It did get a little bit closer. Like I said, they kept trying, but eventually Bowie went down quietly. That'd be their last hit. Bubby Rawson would come in and retire the side in order in the 8th, and Brian Marconi would do the same in the 9th. So there's your final. Bowie scores 6 runs on 6 hits with 1 error. They left on 7. Reading scores 11 runs on 14 hits with 1 error. They left on 5. Ethan Ivanko picks up the win for Reading. He moves to 1-0 on the year. Antonio Velez takes the loss for Bowie. He falls to 0-3. No save as the game was played in 2 hours and 40 minutes in front of a paid attendance here at First Energy Stadium of 3,612. With the loss, Bowie falls to 13-15 on the season, a 1-game losing streak for the Baysox. They're now 5-9 on the road. With the win, Reading moves to 13-17 on the year, a 1-game winning streak, and they've won 5 of their last 6. Reading is now 4-8 when playing in front of the home crowd. Two sides meet again tomorrow with a 6:45 first pitch. Connor Loprich, the anticipated starter for Bowie. We'll tell you more about that upcoming battle. When we return, we'll look around the rest of the Eastern League as well and the Orioles organization. Plenty of fun games to talk about across minor league baseball. But again, Bowie falls today 11-6. You're listening to Baysox Postgame.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
It's a very special day at Prince George's Stadium on Saturday, June 18th that you don't want to miss. The Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration sponsored by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Fans that get to the game will have a chance to bid on game-worn Baysox jerseys, with all proceeds going to benefit the Clemente Foundation. Again, don't miss out on your chance to own a piece of Baysox history on Saturday, June 18th with the Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration, and you can get your tickets now at baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Wrapping things up here in Reading on Baysox postgame as Bowie falls this evening 11-6. Matt Sabatas with you one final time from First Energy Stadium as we'll take this opportunity to cruise around the Eastern League and the Orioles organization as a whole. Keep things brief as Somerset cruises by Altoona. I'm going to use that word a lot because that's just what today felt like. 7-2 the final, Patriots over the Curve. Richmond had a tough time dealing with Harrisburg finally as the Squirrels are, what are they now? 18-12? Yeah, for Harrisburg. That's their first win in 5 tries. They were on a 4-game losing streak, but 8-2 the final there. It was 1-1 for quite some time before Harrisburg broke through for 4 unanswered runs. Then Richmond finally got one across in the 6th, but 8-2 the final. New Hampshire downing Binghamton again, 7-2 the final there at Dunkin' Donuts, or at Delta Dental Stadium. Got the 2 Ds wrong there. Binghamton is now 10-19 on the year. 2 games in action. They're both extra inning affairs. Portland and Hartford are knotted at 2 in the bottom of the 10th. But Hartford has that tie-breaking runner in scoring position that's placed at second with nobody out to start at the bottom half of the frame. That's the other one, the Dunkin' Donuts Park. See, those Northeast teams, those far, far Northeast teams in that division, Bowie doesn't play them this year. They don't play Hartford at all, or rather, they don't play New Hampshire at all. They only play Hartford once, and it's at Prince George's Stadium. And then the other game in extra innings, Erie and Akron look like they could be destined. Oh, nope, just as I was bringing it up, Akron has just walked off the Seawolves in the bottom of the 12th inning. Jose Tena with a walk-off single to right, scoring Ike Freeman. So 5-4 the final in 12 innings over at Canal Park. The Baysox had a perfect game going into the 6th before Akron would eventually tie it in the bottom of the 9th. Each side scored in the 11th, and Akron scores the winning run in the bottom of the 12th. Thrilling finish there at Canal Park. Around the rest of the Orioles organization, 2 games final, 1 still in action. Salem is getting ready to polish off a win over Delmarva. That's Orioles low-A Delmarva. It's 5-1 right now over at Purdue Stadium. Delmarva in danger of falling to 9-21 on the season. Norfolk suffered a loss to Memphis. That's the Cardinals AAA. It was 1-0 Norfolk early, then tied at 1 for a while. The Tides took a 2-1 lead after 7, but then 2 runs in the 8th and 9th for the Redbirds put it away 5-2. Grayson Rodriguez pitched well with 5 innings of 1-run ball. Adley Rutschman picked up his first home run of the 2022 season. Didn't have one with Aberdeen, didn't have one in his 3 games with Bowie. Finally picks up his first after such a long time. And then it's Aberdeen. Did I mention Aberdeen over Hudson Valley? I did. 7-2 the final for Aberdeen to pick up their 21st win of the season. Boy, when those players get here from High A, they're going to be a godsend to get Bowie back on the right track and well above 500. Hopefully a good stretch coming soon. That's how the Orioles organization looks, but again, the score that we care about most on this production is that of Bowie's, and they fall this evening to Reading 11-6. 2 sides back at it again tomorrow for a 6:45 first pitch. That means a 6:25 DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. It'll be Connor Loprich to pick up the start for the Baysox as they'll try to get back into the win column, trading wins and losses for now. But again, it's a 6:25 DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. If you've got the time, we hope you stop by. One last time from First Energy Stadium, this is Matt Sabata saying thank you for joining as Bowie falls to Reading this evening, 11-6. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.